How do you design one of the most advanced ERs in the country? At Parkview, we did it by focusing all our attention on you, the patient, by involving doctors and nurses in the design process, by creating quieter, more private spaces, and by leading the region in heart, stroke, and trauma care. This is not your typical emergency room. It's Parkview. In an emergency, isn't this where you'd rather be?
Parkview, your partner in health.
Sectional playoff action right here from New Haven, everybody. Good evening again. Sean McBride here, joined by Joe Wharton in the box. On the sidelines, we have Mark Watts and Nick Gray. And again, thank you to all who have been listening to the Fall Share-a-thon. It is now time to transition to playoff football action. This is the second round playoffs here. The Bishop Dwenger Saints facing the New Haven Bulldogs. Before we go down to the sidelines and check on the coin toss, let's flip it over to Joe Wharton here. Joe, let's talk about some interesting facts before we begin tonight's broadcast. What do you have for us?
Sean, good to be back in the booth with you. These New Haven Bulldogs come in with a record of 7-3. But what's interesting about that 7-3 record is that they are 5-0 at home, undefeated at home. They play very good football here in New Haven. So we're going to keep an eye on that. New Haven Bulldogs, they're riding a 2-game winning streak. They beat Huntington North, and then last week, of course, in round 1 sectional action, they beat Mississinawa 40-0. The Bishop Dwenger Saints come in with a 9-1 mark, and they're really riding a big wave right now. 9 straight wins for these Saints, and really have been hot the last 5 games. When you look at their last 5 games, they're averaging 42 points per game, and that's against some quality competition like Fort Wayne Snyder and the Carroll Chargers. So this should be a dandy right here in 4A sectional football.
We again are broadcasting live from the friendly confines of New Haven High School, and the teams are preparing to take the field right now. Again, sectional 2 action here, 4A, IHS AA football, right here on your Duke Radio. We've got a chilly night tonight. It is clear and calm, and an absolutely beautiful night for football as the New Haven Bulldogs take the field right now. The Saints are already out there. They've made their march along the sidelines down to the far end zone, and they are out there getting prepared for a battle. Again, the Bishop Dwenger Saints wearing the gold helmets, white jerseys, and gold pants. The New Haven Bulldogs, again, in gold with the purple jerseys here. And let's talk about some differences between these two clubs here. Strengths and weaknesses abound on both teams, but the Saints, I think, have an early edge coming into this contest.
Well, Ernie Bodrap felt like the Saints could really run the football against New Haven, so we're going to see about that. But if the Bishop Dwenger Saints want to be effective tonight, they're going to have to stop some real powerful playmakers on offense. And I'm talking about Nishan Jones, fine running back, number 3 for the Bulldogs. 14 touchdowns and only 1 fumble on this season. Number 4 is going to be calling the signals for New Haven. That's Keyshawn Moore. So Nishan and Keyshawn, we're going to be calling those names a lot. He comes in completing 62% of his passes, 167 yards per game, 15 touchdowns on the season, and has thrown only 9 picks. So those are the 2 young men that really make this offense go, and they're going to have to go against a very stingy defense. A defense, Sean, that over the last 2 weeks, remember the Saints played the Wayne Generals back-to-back, and combined stats for Wayne, offensive stats for Wayne over those 2 weeks, was a total of 3 yards of offense.
Wow.
In 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Total combined. So the defense is playing really good right now for Bishop Dwenger.
That they are, and let's see if they can continue that trend right now. In a moment, we're going to check in with Mark Watts, who's down on the field getting ready to mic up the coin toss here as the captains come out preparing for that coin toss at midfield. We've got a green track down there, Joe. It's a natural field out here at New Haven, and it looks in real good shape at this point.
It really does, and we've got a nice bird's eye view here from this press box.
Yes, we do. Let's check in with Mark Watts as he mics up the official.
You won the toss and elected defer, correct? All right. You're going to defer. You're going to kick this way. Gentlemen, again, good sportsmanship. Play hard, play smart. You hear a whistle, stop. No late hits. Don't use the player to push off of. Okay? Shake hands and have a great game.
There you have it.
Mark, just recapping, it looks like the New Haven Bulldogs are going to be kicking right to left on the radio dial. Is that correct?
That's correct, Sean. And this is a fast track down here. Great turf, great field, no wind. We have a heck of a just a great place to be out here for this ball game.
He's excited.
I am.
That's clear. Absolutely right. Mark Watts down on the sidelines, checking in from time to time, periodically, giving us a different perspective. And again, just remember, folks, if you have friends and family outside of the listening area of 106.3 FM, make sure that they are tuning in to RedeemerRadio.com and click on that Listen Live button. Also down on the sidelines, we've got Nick Gray, who has his Twitter feed going. We are at 1063 Sports, so feel free to follow us on Twitter. And Nick's going to check in throughout the broadcast with scores and highlights from around the area. We are moments away from the kickoff here as New Haven, again, the men in purple and gold, prepared to kick this one away. What do you have for us, Joe?
Sean, let's talk about starting offense, since the Saints will be receiving for Bishop Dwenger. Receivers tonight are Zach Norton, Fetterspiel, and Berghoff. The big boys up front is Landon Campbell, Landon Myers, Nick McGuire, Jeremy Herber, and Sean McAbee. Blake Michelli, number 15, of course, will be calling the shots. And Amon Clark, he's the game breaker for these Saints. He is getting the start at tailback, and leading the way for Amon is Peter Winklejohn, Sledge.
Here is Bonilla's kick from the 40, right to left on your radio dial. It is a high one. Amon Clark has it back near the 10, 15, 20, through the middle. Oh, hit from the side and decleated near the 27-yard line.
Looks like number 33 for the Bulldogs on the big hit there.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Of course, number 33 is Mr. Wright, Andre Wright, 6'2", 200-pound linebacker. He is a junior. Big shot right there by the Bulldogs. And here come the men in the gold helmets. Bishop Dwenger will have it first and 10 from their own 27-yard line. Blake Michelli, number 15, quarterback. He's got split back, right out left and right. Looks over the defense. On first and 10. Long count. Here's a snap. Get to the tailback, right side, and nothing there on the edge for Amon Clark. He's going to be tackled for a loss back near the 25-yard line.
The defense from New Haven was really flowing hard there, Sean, on that first play. You look for maybe a counter or something like that to slow down that pursuit.
Looks like number 11, Ryan Perkins, the senior outside linebacker, was the first hit that time for the Bulldogs. So we'll call that a loss of 2.5, maybe 3, bringing up a second and long now for the Saints. Working off the right hash mark. Piccioni has a single setback. Twins left, one to the right. Again, a hard count. Taking his time. Here's a snap. Quarterback read option right through the middle. Tripped up. Gets up near the 31-yard line, so they do get some yards back there. That's going to bring up a third and long, Joe.
Looks like a 3rd and 6 for the Saints here against Piccioni. Somebody got a hand out and tripped him up. There was a nice hole there on the counter trade.
Saints still back in the huddle, awaiting this 3rd and 6 now. Now they break, and again, that split back formation. Norton's going to be wide out to the left side. Tight end left and wide out right. Here's the snap. Fake, play action, looking, breaks contained, still has some room. Now bounces it to the outside right, falling down, getting hit from behind, and he will not have enough for a first down. I call that kind of a coverage sack, Joe.
It was a coverage sack. Nobody open downfield. The defensive starters real quick for the Bulldogs tonight. Ayers, Towns, Coleman up front. The linebackers are Perkins, Birch, Graham, and Griggs. And the defensive backs getting the start tonight for the Bulldogs will be Shaw, Jones, Upshaw, and Jackson. Those 11 got their job done on a 3 and out there for the Saints' first possession.
Exactly right. Saints not able to convert on that 3rd down, and the punt team is in for the Saints right now. And now we've got a timeout on the play as Joe Nepper was preparing to kick, and it looks like the New Haven Bulldogs have called timeout. So we're going to go ahead and keep things right here. Trying to reset. We're going to check in real fast with Mark Lott.
Well, Sean, you mentioned on the kickoff, number 33 just depleted the Dwenger running back, and sometimes that sets your tone for the defense. And right there, that's what we saw. New Haven was really fired up, and they came out and gave the Saints everything they had that time, and I thought it was started by that big hit on the kickoff.
Yeah, you're exactly right, Mark. Good call there. Well, football fans, just a reminder that if you can hear this game, it's thanks to our communication sponsor, Dr. Todd and Mary Briscoe, and Briscoe Family Dentistry. Their generous financial support helps make this Redeemer Radio Sports broadcast possible. If you need emergency dental care, call Dr. Briscoe at 260-486-9950.
Offense is out, Sean.
Offense is out on 4th and 1. Piccioni in the shotgun with a single setback. Twins left and right. Here's a hard count. And now he's again looking, called, checks off. Here comes the audible after looking to the sidelines. And now he will go back deep and probably punt this one away. And Pichelny does launch that ball down deep. And it hits at the 30 and will trickle out of bounds near the 26-yard line. So again, the hard count was not able to pull off the New Haven defense. The kick was successful, and now the offense is going to be on the field for the Bulldogs.
I like what the Saints did there. Sean, a 4th and 1, 4th and short. Leave the offense on, and let's see how the Bulldogs adjust to that formation.
So they mark the ball right at the 25-yard line, and Keyshawn Moore will come out to lead the Bulldog attack. He is a junior, 5'9", 165-pound quarterback. He'll be in the shotgun with a single setback, trip to the right, flows to the right, and looking to make an end around is number 2. He's hitting the backfield, reverses field, comes back all the way across the line, back at the 10. He's at the 15, looks for some room, and he's going to be stopped up and hammered near the 21-yard line.
Come on, Clark. He ran about 100 yards, did Jones, and lost 5.
Yes,
take that
did.
back. That was Woods, the receiver.
Yeah, so again, that little pitch to the right, he ended up coming back left, and all for naught. That is about a 4.5-yard loss. What do you have, Joe?
Starting defense tonight for the Saints. Colin Burns, Nolan Sipe, Frankie Yanko, and Alex Grodemat up front, and we'll get to the rest right after this play.
Here we are, 2nd and long now, and here's a snap. Quarterback keeper, left side, short side, and he's going to be hitting the backfield and taken down, and that is going to be another tackle for loss back to the 19-yard line. Mark Watts, what do you have?
Well, they're going to a Wildcat. Their normal quarterback he's number 4, isn't he?
Yes.
He's been a wideout here the last 2 times. So New Haven tried a little trickery the first 2 times out, but it really didn't work. So I think we're going to see the quarterback under center right now.
Yeah, I think you're right. 3rd and 16 now for the New Haven Bulldogs. They're going to line up with trips to the right, 2 wide left, empty backfield for Keyshawn Moore. Looks over the defense. On 3rd and 16, here's a snap. Quick throw out to the, and he's got and he dropped the ball.
Jones.
A little inside screen there to the right, and it was on his hands, but he couldn't contain it.
Well, I tell you what, I watched Frank Yanko, the first team All-SEC defensive tackle for the Saints on the play, and he absolutely blew right by the offensive lineman who tried to block him, and he could have a big night here as he stopped the previous ball carrier for a 4-yard loss.
All right, so 4th and 16 now, and the offense is on the field for New Haven. And now it looks like Moore will walk back a little bit. Let's see if they try and kick this one. Yes, it's a short kick, and Moore gets a high short kick, and it's taken by Bishop Dwenger in New Haven territory. Not much of a return there, but they do set up a great field position at the New Haven 41.
Excellent field position. Not a very good punt there by the quarterback Moore, but the Saints will get a second shot here at it with Pichelny.
Austin Burns, the return man for the Saints that time. Number 15, Blake Pichelny coming in for the Saints here. Going, I think, just a little bit over 50% on the year so far in passing, Joe, is that right?
That's right, 51% for Blake on the season.
All right, 1st and 10 for the Saints at the 41. Again, split backs, 2 wideouts to the right, 1 wide left. Pichelny in the shotgun. Long snap, here it is. And it's going to be an option left, and it's a good catch, and he's hit at the line of scrimmage, and not much there for the tailback that time, number 36, Jack Harris. He'll fall forward for gain of 1, maybe 2 at the most.
Good open field tackle by the cornerback on the far side of the field, and of course that's Nishan Jones. He's a 2-way starter for the Bulldogs.
They've got a couple or a few of them. As I was looking through their roster here, it's going to bring up a 2nd and 9 for the Saints. Ball resting just inside the 40-yard line now of New Haven. Single setback, trips to the right, 1 wide left. From the shotgun is Pichelny. Again, taking his time tonight, snapping the ball. He's looking to throw. Interior screen. It is caught. He's got some room and taken down after a nice gainer that time. It is number 24 for the Saints, Nick Fiakable.
Bringing up a 3rd and very manageable now for the Saints here on their second drive. Called a 3rd and 3.
We got 7:28 to go here in the first quarter. Still zeros on the scoreboard. Bishop Dwenger with the ball facing a 3rd and 3 at the 33-yard line of New Haven. They break huddle. It's going to be 2 wideouts to the right, 1 wide left.
Of course, 2 down territory here, Sean.
That's right. Wing to the right as well and a single setback. On 3rd and 3, Pichelny barks out the signals. Here's a snap. And his quarterback keeper through the middle. Oh, he's stuck, and I think he's going to be short.
Not much of a gain. Back to the line of scrimmage, but I don't think that down marker is going to move at all. And here comes Sledge, number 42, Winklejohn, into the game. He's barking at the lineman and the offense. He's trying to get him fired up to lose this ball.
We'll call this 4th and maybe 2.5 for the Saints here, and the offense is on the field. And it looks like they're going to go a heavy right package this time. Looks like 3 tackles on the right side with split backs, 2 wideouts to the right. There's a hard count. Now they look back and check the sidelines. He barks out the audible. Kichelny is ready for the snap. Here it is. They're going sledgehammer left. He is hit at the line of scrimmage, and I don't think he's got it.
He didn't get it. Big open field tackle there, and the momentum is all with the New Haven Bulldogs right now as number 29, Jacob Birch from his linebacker spot makes a heck of a tackle.
Mark Watts, what'd you see?
Well, Dwenger goes unbalanced to their offensive right.
Yep.
New Haven never shifted, and then they went back weak.
Yeah.
So it really cost Dwenger going unbalanced. They thought New Haven was going to move, and they didn't. So we'll see. I'll bet they start going strong on that unbalanced later on. Back to you.
You bet. All right, so the defense holds again for the New Haven Bulldogs and gives it back to their offense, 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
Wildcat again, Sean.
Yeah, look at that. It looks like we've got a very interesting combination here as Jones now gets the snap, looks through the middle, breaks 2 tackles, gets some yardage out to the 35. So a lot of effort for a few yards there.
Grotemat on the stop. Grotemat, again, the defensive end tonight. Your linebackers tonight for the Bishop Dwenger Saints. Hake, Winkle-Johns, and Stegmeyer. Defensive backs, Amon Clark, Austin Burns, Mitch Effinger, and Zach Norton. And that's the starting defense tonight for Bishop Dwenger.
We are under halfway at the halfway point of the first quarter. Still zeros on the scoreboard. New Haven with the ball, facing a 2nd and 7 from their own 35-yard line. And it looks like Keyshawn Moore will be the quarterback now, number 4 in the shotgun. Here's the snap, fake, play action, going right deep, and nobody's there. Nobody at all. Looks like a fly pattern and a post pattern, and they got confused.
Definite confusion, Sean. That ball was overthrown by about 20 yards.
Yeah. I think the receiver was supposed to do a fly, and he was doing a post, so nobody home. That burns the down and brings up a 3rd and 7. The ball is resting again at the 35-yard line, as Moore will be the signal caller here. It looks like they break huddle with trips to the left side, 1 wide right, and a single setback out to his left. Here's the snap. He flows to the left side, looks to dump the pass, wheel route. He's got his man, and he is taken out of bounds. Won't have enough. Nishawn Jones out of the backfield that time. Just tried to outrun the defense and could not.
Just a little, the quarterback was rolling left, and the running back was out in front of him, and then he just floated it over the defensive end to the running back.
Going to bring up a 4th and 2. The offense is on the field. The ball resting at New Haven's own 40-yard line. Keyshawn Moore in the shotgun. 2 wideouts to the right, 2 left. Here's a snap, quick kick, and it looks like it might have gotten tipped at the line. Dwenger has the ball. The kick is good, and it looks like it's going to be returned up to the 45-yard line. Again, back there is Austin Burns. Mark Watts, what'd you have on that previous exchange?
I talked to Jim Rowland before the game, and he was really concerned about the front 4 for Dwenger. So we've noticed what he's trying to do. Quick hitters with the Wildcat, and he's just trying to sprint out and stay away from those tough 4 defensive linemen for Dwenger. That's why you're seeing the quick stuff and the sprint out. Back to you.
Attacking the edge, you're absolutely right. Well, again, a short punt that time, Joe, gives the Dwenger Saints the ball back at the 45-yard line. So another short field for the Saints. Let's see what the offense can do here on 1st and 10. Kichelny in the shotgun with a single setback. Here is the snap. It is a give right up the middle, and he's got some room, and he's got the Almon Clark at 10, 15-20. He's at the 30, the 25, the 20, the 15, and dragged down from behind near the 10-yard line. Almon Clark with the inside trap, and boy, it pays off in spades.
It's one of the best plays. It's one of the go-to plays for the Saints. They have that little wing back behind their heavy package on the right, and then everybody blocks down, and he cracks back. He's almost like a pulling guard and opens up a big hole on that trap up the middle.
And that one worked very well from the 45 down to the 10-yard line. So Amon Clark gashes the New Haven Bulldog defense. And now the Saints are set up. Looks to be 1st and goal right at the 10-yard line. 5:06 remaining. Saints threatening. Still zeros on the scoreboard. Amon Clark behind Kichelny. Trips to the left, 1 wide right. Here is the snap. They flow to the right. Here is the pitch. Clark has it at the 10. Spins out of 1. Falls forward. Down to about the 12-yard line.
I'll tell you what.
Check. Sorry, Joe. That's about the 7.
7-yard line. I'll tell you what. Credit to New Haven. They are making some good tackles here in this first quarter.
Yeah,
they really are.
Good pursuit angles, too. They're showing a lot of speed out there on defense. Zach Norton checking in now for the Saints. It's going to be 2nd and goal now from the 7. Clock continuing to tick down. Close to 4.5 minutes to go.
For Bishop Dwenger from the 7.
Piccioni's going to be alone in the backfield. Winklejohn on the wing to the right. Trips package out left. Now a man in motion coming. That's Clark towards the line of scrimmage. They fake the jet sweep. Quarterback keeper through the middle. Touchdown. Piccioni. There he is. Quarterback keeper. They fake the jet sweep, and Piccioni dances in the end zone untouched. Saints on top, 6-0.
That's a play that puts a lot of pressure on the defense. You got the jet sweep you got to do, and then you got that little wing back again, cracking back and blocking for the trap up the middle for the quarterback this time.
And it paid off once again. Saints might have found something trapping through the middle against this New Haven defense. And now we set up for the PAT. And again, this is always fun with Bishop Dwenger because they do the offset swinging gate. And now they line up in a more traditional formation. And it looks like Wake and Sejo will be in to chip this one in. Piccioni on the hold. The snap is good. The hold is good. The kick is up. And it looks left.
No good.
No good. Wide to the left, so 6-0 is your score with 4:20 remaining in the first quarter. We're going to step out for a 30-second break. You're listening to playoff football action right here on Redeemer Radio 106.3 FM.
Redeemer Radio gladly thanks Dr. Mark Stoner, a St. Jude parishioner, for underwriting a portion of our programming. Dr. Mark Stoner offers comprehensive dentistry for every family member. Dr. Stoner is now accepting new patients at his new location, 9830 Auburn Road. For more information on services for all dental needs, Dr. Stoner can be found on the web at markstonerdds.com or reached by phone at 260-484-4181.
Football fans, Redeemer Radio has one travel sponsor, and that's H&L Electric.
Sean
Specializing in
back to
commercial
receive
electrical
for the
needs for the business community, H&L Electric can handle the smallest to the largest of projects for your business. Call Pete Henry's cell phone right now at 260-357-0123. Joe, I don't know if that's a cell phone or not, but I always like to say that.
Pete loves calls.
That's right, he does. Here are the Saints to kick this one away. This is Stegmeyer from the 40. Puts his leg into it. Nice kick that time. Drives the receiver back to about the 4-yard line. He's at the 10, 15. Goes sideways and gets trapped inside the 15. Luther comes up big for the Bishop Dwenger Saints and kills that recovery.
Nice special teams tackle by Luther Hall, number 90.
The playmaker gets that from his dad.
Oh, no doubt about it.
Here come the Bulldogs, 1st and 10 from the 13-yard line. Again, they are led by Keyshawn Moore, number 4, the junior quarterback. He checks in at 5'9", 165 pounds. But we've seen some very interesting formations back here by the offense for the Bulldogs, so you never really know what's going to happen on any given play. Yeah, it looks like another Wildcat formation here, as Moore is a wideout on the left side. Here is the snap right through the middle, looking for some room and finding a little bit. Just a little bit there is Nishawn Jones. Again, they're testing any point possible
with the tackle
against that stout defensive line for Bishop Dwenger. We'll call that a gain of maybe 3, brings up a 2nd and 7.
Bring up 2nd and 7 for the Bulldogs.
6-0 is your score for Saints on top.
Keyshawn Jones completing 62% of his passes on the season. Sean, this young man can throw the ball, but again, he's not in there now. Wildcat.
Here's Nishawn Jones. Again, Directo, he's got the edge, and he goes left, and the ball nearly is taken away from him. But he gets out to the 30-yard line, and again, that will be enough for a Bulldog first down.
A little trap of their own. The Bulldogs run a little outside trap there for Jones, and he is explosive. Did you see his wheels?
He is fast, absolutely. Hit that line of scrimmage and had a step. Finally taken down by Winklejohn. Out here in the flats on the left side. 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs from the 30-yard line. Again, Jones, here's a quick pitch to the right side, looking for some more room. A flag comes out. One tackle is broken, but he gets into the linebacker core with a gain of about 3, maybe 4. But this one may be coming back.
I think possibly an illegal formation, illegal shift against New Haven.
You called it, Joe.
The first penalty of the game for the Bulldogs, for either team.
3:26 to go here in the first quarter. 6-0 is your score. The Saints are on top, and the Bulldogs from New Haven are going to be
Flag is
assessed a
against New Haven.
5-yard penalty back to the 25.
You don't want penalties against the Saints defense. They really are tough against the run. Let's talk a little bit about this Bulldogs offense. Nishan Jones comes in. He's averaging 8 yards a carry, Sean, 14 touchdowns on the season. This is a balanced offense for the Bulldogs. 162 yards on the ground, 177 through the air.
1st and 15. Here is a quick pitch left side, looking for some room around the edge is number 2. He's at the 30, the 35, wrangled out of bounds near the 38-yard line. It won't be enough for a first down, but Tyon Woods finds the edge and gets some positive yards.
Tyon Woods is the leading receiver, lining up at running back, but the leading receiver for the Bulldogs. 53 catches coming into this game.
So a 14-yard scamper that time brings up a 2nd and 1 now.
For the Bulldogs.
Ball resting at the 39-yard line of the Bulldogs. It's going to be a tight package here. Quick snap, gives to number 3. Ball is in the air, and it is loose, and it looks like the Saints will recover.
First turnover, and it will go to the Saints, Sean. Coming up with that is Effinger, number 33.
So the ball is recovered by the Saints at the 45-yard line. Again, that offensive unit for the Saints looking at a short field again, Joe.
They've had a short field just about every possession, except for the opening kickoff that they started at the 27. Other than that, they've been right around the field.
Yeah, they have. So just when New Haven was gaining some momentum on offense, the drive stalls with a fumble, and that ball must have went 10 feet in the air.
It shot up like a greased pig and just flew out of there.
1st and 10 for the Saints from the Bulldogs 45. Single setback, trip to the right, 1 wide left, working off the left hash mark is Pichelli. Here's a snap. No, play action, looking right, checks off, gets out of the pocket, goes back left, finally throws the ball out into the flats, and that's going to be an incomplete pass.
Pass is incomplete.
Good coverage by the Bulldogs here,
Bishop
Sean.
Dwenger.
Really, everybody, again, almost another coverage sack there.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Let's check in with Mark Watts.
No, Joe, you're wrong. 86 was flying right down the sideline. He had about a 10-yard. He had him beat. So you're going to see that again. They just didn't hook up. Pressure inside kind of hurt him, but they had a guy open for 6.
Don't you love when a broadcast partner
tells you wrong just like that? I'm glad he's always right, by God.
2nd and 10 for the Saints. Split backs, 2 wide outs to the right, 1 wide left. Pichelli has the ball. Here's a quick give to the tailback. Jack Harris can't get anywhere. Great penetration by New Haven on defense that time.
Well, Jeremy Herbert was trying to pull to pick up that linebacker, but that linebacker just came flying upfield, and Herbert just couldn't get there for the trap.
Yeah, Jorian Freeman, number 31, 6', 205-pound junior linebacker, blowing up that one. That's going to be a loss of 2, bringing up a 3rd and 12 now for the Saints. With 2 minutes and 25 seconds remaining in the first quarter, your score is 6-0, Saints on top. Okay, third, this is a critical down to see if the Saints can keep the drive alive. Trips to the right, 1 wide left, and a single setback. Pichelli looks over the defense. Here he is, flowing to the right, looking to pass. Looking, goes downfield, guns it into the flats, low and incomplete. So no good there. The intended receiver that time was number 24, Nick Fiacable. That one just kind of thrown right into the ground.
Yeah, again, 86 was just coming open deep, and Pichelli, again, did not see him down the field. That's Berghoff.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Well, let's see what they do here on 4th down. Looks like the offense is still on the field as the ball is in Bulldog territory. Pichelli in the shotgun, single setback, twins left and right. Looks back to the sidelines, has the play. On 4th and 12. Tries the hard count. Here's the snap. Looks left, guns it, thrown, and no, incomplete and blocked away. And the defense for the Bulldogs holds once again.
Pass is incomplete.
Mark Watts, what do you have?
Okay, so New Haven baited him into that one. They had 2 guys deep for the punt, and as Pichelli kept hard counting, the both deep receivers kind of moved up and played corner, and the corner moved up and got that one. So,
yeah, Mark, Mark, you know, I was looking at the middle of the field. There wasn't a soul in the middle of the field.
No.
If they just could have pushed a receiver out in the middle of the field, there was nobody there.
Exactly.
Yep. All right, so no good there as the drive stalls for the Saints. And with really some great field position, here come the Bulldogs. As again, they try the interior trap. He's got some positive yards before he's gotten into the linebacker core. Big scrum and push. Pushing number 3, Nishan Jones, further past the midfield stripe and into Dwenger territory at the 48-yard line.
Well, it appears the game plan tonight for the Bulldogs is just to run the ball. You got to look for the Saints to make some adjustments here and get some linebackers up a little, maybe strong safety, take some chances here to stop this run.
So we'll call that a gain of 6, bringing up a 2nd and 4. Getting ball at the 48-yard line of Dwenger. Here is a snap again, running right through the middle and getting some positive yards, and I think enough maybe for a first down is number 3, Nishan Jones. And that will stop the clock as they move the chains with 1:23 remaining in the first quarter. The first and 10 coming up for the Bulldogs.
Mike Hake on the stop for the Saints.
Their score is 6-0. Bishop Dwenger on top. And again, we've seen the Bulldog offense. It took them a while to start, but now they're starting to move the chains consistently. The last drive on offense, they had an unfortunate fumble and gave the ball back, but they, again, are moving the chains in the Saints territory now.
Here comes the blitz.
Here's a snap. They flow to the right side, and they find some more room around the edge, and he's going to have a close to a 10-yard gain, maybe even 11.
The linebacker on the far side came on the inside blitz, and they went right where he was. Nice play call for the Bulldogs.
Tackle by number 59,
So again, that will move the chains as they take it to the 31-yard line of the Saints with 1:03 remaining in the first quarter. So the Bulldogs here on this drive finding an opportunity and taking advantage of some holes and moving the chains consistently. So Keyshawn Moore calls the play and then goes to the far side of the field as a wideout. Here's a snap, and they go again right through the middle of the line. We've got a flag on the play as Nishan Jones falls forward for a gain of close to 5. But this one may be coming back. We'll check in with Mark as they assess the penalty. Mark, what do you have?
Hey, gentlemen, first of all, Joe, I'm sorry I hurt your feelings, but I really like what New Haven's doing here. They're basically saying, you guys have a tough front four. We're going right at you guys with our speed. So they've got their 2 speedsters in the backfield, and they're just going right at them. I think caught Dwenger off a little bit. I like what New Haven's doing right now. I know, let's see if the Saints will adjust here, but right now New Haven's got them on their heels.
All right, the penalty was against New Haven right there, so that's going to bring up a 1st and 15 for the Bulldogs. Trips to the right, 1 wide left. Here's a snap, it looks to throw, goes to the dump pass, right side, it is caught. And he will get that penalty yardage, well, back maybe 4 yards.
Brought down by number
going to bring up a 2nd and 11.
Yes, Sean, the Bulldogs are content to either run the quick hitters up the middle or just get it out of the quarterback's hands quick.
Yeah.
They're really not, they have not had their quarterback sit back there and look for the deep routes.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And when they did, it was kind of a fiasco before. And it looks like that's going to do it for the first quarter, ladies and gentlemen. Your score is 6-0. The Bishop Dwenger Saints on top of the New Haven Bulldogs. Stick around, folks. 12 more minutes back on the clock when we return from this 1-minute break. You're listening to playoff football action right here on Redeemer Radio 106.3 FM.
This is Jason Schiffley, principal of Bishop Dwenger High School. Students enter our school as children and emerge as adults, prepared to go out into the world with the tools necessary to become citizens of 2 worlds. Our enriched curriculum focuses on academics, service to the community, and participation in extracurricular activities, all while building on the foundation of our Catholic faith. Tuffy, our saintly mascot, reminds us that we are all called to be saints.
First period scores from around the area.
496-4700.
Currently, Homestead and Carroll are tied at 7. East side is up 7-0 over Woodland.
Think of Briscoe Dentistry for your family's dental care. Dr. Todd Briscoe and team know that your body is more than just teeth and gums. Your oral health reflects the performance ability of your entire life. And on the field or court, you want your
Belmont
body to
14, Concordia 0.
Trust Dr. Briscoe and team to provide the ultimate in preventative, periodontal, orthodontic, restorative, and cosmetic dentistry. To optimize your body's performance, contact Dr. Briscoe at 260-486-9950 or on the web at briscoedentistry.com.
We are back to live action here at New Haven High School, where the Bulldogs are trailing the Bishop Dwenger Saints 6-0. It is the beginning of the second quarter. The Bulldogs have a 2nd and 11 coming up here. Here is a snap, and another flag comes out here. I think this is going to be a motion penalty, Joe, against the Bulldogs again.
Ball started
Nice
against
drive.
Bulldogs.
Go ahead, Sean.
Yeah, no, you're exactly right. And then mistake after mistake. Well, folks, just a reminder that you can help support your Catholic parish or school and help yourself in the process with Notre Dame Federal Credit Union's Elevate program. Call Elevate at 844-230-6611. Visit them online at ndelevate.com to learn more. So that's 2nd and 16 now for the Bulldogs. Looking to throw. Here's a quarterback. He launches it deep right side, and it's going to be well overthrown.
Oh, a flag comes in late.
And a late flag, double coverage out there against number 2, Tyon
There's
Woods.
a flag down.
And so let's see what we have here. I can't imagine this going against New Haven, but maybe he went out of bounds? Let's check in with Mark Watts. Mark, what'd you see?
It was right in front of us. Dean Pantazian, I saw it. He went out of the field to play, and he came back in, and that you can't do it. So that's what the flag is.
Okay, well, the officials are discussing it near the 30-yard line. And if this does get assessed, then that's going to be 2 penalties in a row for the Bulldogs.
Illegal participation against the Bulldogs. Mark hit it on the nail on the head there.
So again, they're going to march this one backwards in New Haven. After moving the chains consistently here, now they're moving backwards consistently. Too many mistakes here in the second quarter to begin. Again, we have 11:53 to go before halftime. 6-0 is your score. The Saints are on top of the Bulldogs.
The Saints declined the penalty to bring up a 3rd and long, Sean.
All right.
It's going to be a 3rd and 16 for the Bulldogs from the Saints' 37-yard line.
Yeah, that's a good call because, again, we have seen so far, at least, that the Bulldogs really don't have a deep threat here. So they've been successful going through the middle and finding some speed, and now they empty the backfield. So trips to the left, 2 wide right, and alone in the backfield is Keyshawn Moore. Looks over the defense. Here's the snap. He goes right through the middle and finds trouble. And he's going to be tackled after a small gain of about 5.
5 yards for Moore right up the middle again. Now decision time. Coach Rowland.
Yeah, he's got 4th and 11. Now the ball again is resting at the 32-yard line of the Bishop Dwenger Saints. So it's a tough call. I mean, he's in the Dwenger territory.
Coach Rowland, 19-11 in sectional games in his 15th season. He is 0-3 against Bishop Dwenger.
They're going to go for it on 4th down. Keyshawn Moore, number 4, in the back. He has a lone in the backfield, rolls to his right, looks to throw out to the flats, overthrown and incomplete. And the Dwenger defense holds and gets the ball back to the offense.
So a couple turnover on downs back-to-back. Sean, the Saints did it, and the Bulldogs had a good drive going and just started sputtering with penalties, and the Saints defense stiffened up and forced the turnover on down.
And I think you're right. I think the game plan, and Mark talked about it as well, I think the speed got the better of them because, again, these were motion penalties and procedure penalties, and again, so they might have been moving too fast that time for the game plan. Well, regardless, the Bishop Dwenger Saints now have the ball back on offense. 1st and 10 from their own 32. Piccioni in the shotgun, single setback, wing to the right. Wide out left and right. Piccioni taking his time here. Here is the snap. Get to the tailback. That's Clark through the middle. Hit at the line of scrimmage, and that is a tough couple of yards right there.
Brought down by number 41, Coleman.
Coleman, number 41, makes the stop. The linebacker for the Bulldogs. Short game.
Yeah, Desmond, 6'1", 220-pound Desmond Coleman. Again, hitting Armand Clark right at the line of scrimmage. He was able to fight for 1, maybe 2. It's going to bring up a 2nd and long now for the Saints. It's going to be a wide out to the right, wide out left on the short side. Offset tailback, wing to the left. Piccioni in the shotgun. Here is the snap. Play action, looking, throws across the middle. He's got his man. It is wrangled in as number 89's got the ball and finally taken down. Fetterspiel making a great catch for the Saints.
What I think Piccioni did good there is he sold the run fake, and I really think he struggled with that the last few games of the season. He just wasn't putting it in the running back belly. I thought he did a better job there to sell the run.
First down, Bishop Dwenger.
Right, Joe. That is a big gain for the Saints down into Bulldog territory. They're going to mark it at the 37-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Saints. And here we are, ready to play. We've got 2 men wide to the right, split back. Piccioni in the shotgun. Norton slot right. Here's the snap. Gives to Armand Clark. Looking for some room around the right side, and he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And he won't find anything there.
Brought down by number 41.
Coleman again, number 41. This young man, we're calling his name here in this drive. He's making several tackles for the Bulldogs.
You know, the Bulldogs are bringing it.
They really are.
Yeah.
They're making great tackles, hard tackles, they're playing physical, and they're getting after the Saints at the line of scrimmage.
That's right. They need a break or 2 on offense and to play some sound ball. And, yeah, they're quite a team here. Brings up a 2nd and 10 for the Saints. 9:44 to go in the second quarter. Different formation, single setback now. Wing to the right, 2 wideouts, 1 wide left, and 1 right. Here's the snap, Piccioni, play action, looks over the middle, looking, going deep, guns it, into the end zone, up, no! Just out of the hands of Zach Norton as he goes up, and that's going to be an incomplete pass.
Right before that play, I saw that the Bulldogs had 8 men in the box. And at that point, I'm thinking, you're going to have to start throwing the ball.
Yep.
If they're going to bring 8 in the box to stop your run, you're going to have to start throwing the ball, and that's exactly what happened. And Piccioni was late to throw that ball.
Yes.
Norton had broken open, but he just held it a second too long.
Well, that brings up a 3rd and 10 for the Saints. Ball resting at the 37-yard line of the Bulldogs. Clock stopped at 9:27. On 3rd and 10, the Saints have 2 wide to the right, 1 wide left, and a single setback. Piccioni looks over the defense. Here is the snap. Play action again, going up to the air, looking through the middle. He's got pressure. He breaks contain right. He's going to tuck it and run. He's going to dance out of the end, containment there. Gets out of bounds, but he's going to be well short of a first down.
Pushed out by number 41, Coleman.
I still call this 2-down territory, Sean.
Yeah, I think you're right, Joe. Ball's down, resting at the 35-yard line, and it looks like the offense is going to stay on the field.
4th and 8. The Saints are 0-2 on 4th down. Tries here tonight.
Now the question is, Piccioni does have a leg here. Does he step back, punt it, and try and pin the Bulldogs inside the 10 and give it the defense an opportunity to pin him back deep? Are they going to go for it? That is the question. The offense still on the field with split backs, 2 wide outs to the left, 1 wide right. On 4th and 8. Piccioni, here is the hard count. He's looking to throw again, and the blitz got him. The blitz got him back at the 44-yard line. Piccioni is dropped, and the ball goes to the Bulldogs. Mark Watts, what do you have for us?
I really think the Bulldogs' speed is confusing New Haven a little bit. They are really quick, especially on defense, and Dwenger's going to have to adjust to it because New Haven's game plan is really on the money right now.
Yes, it is. So the defense comes up big for the Bulldogs right there. And gives their offense back another chance as they place the ball at the 44-yard line. So great field position here as the Bulldogs take over on offense.
Let's see if the Bulldogs stay with the game plan, which is run it right at the Saints' strength, which is the front 4.
Yeah, Keyshawn Moore is back at quarterback here. He's looking to throw, looks over the middle, throws to the flat. It is caught, and he pays the price for catching that one, but he does retain it, and that's going to be a 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs.
Amon Clark on the stop for Bishop Dwenger. Big hit delivered by Clark.
Down by number 13, Clark.
Yes, indeed. It looks like, I believe that was number 13, Towns, for New Haven to make that catch. And that will be a 1st down inside Bishop Dwenger territory to about the 39. So now they're into Dwenger territory. Here is trips to the right, and they float to the right. And we got a flag on the play. He does break 1 tackle, gets inside the 35, down to the 33-yard line. But I think this one might be coming back, Joe.
I think it's a hold on New Haven. It is.
That's exactly what it is. And that actually happened in the backfield as the end around was flowing to the right side. I think they're going to say it happened at the 42-yard line. So that'll take them back into their own territory.
That is the 4th penalty on New Haven.
Yeah, so they go back to the 48, their own 48. Mark, what do you have for us?
And Coach Rowland, again, when I had a nice talk with him, he said we can't fumble it and we cannot have a lot of penalties. And right now, if they don't have those 4 penalties, Joe, this could be a different ball game.
No, they've been very untimely penalties.
8:53 to go here in the first half. 6-0 is your score. The winner on top of the New Haven Bulldogs. Bulldogs have the ball. It looks like a little player confusion here on the Bulldogs. Trips to the left, 2 wide right, so an empty backfield for Keyshawn Moore. He's going to drop back and pass, quick slant, and it's going to be incomplete. Oh, and a flag comes out. And this one might be defensive pass interference.
I think so. Mike Hake had his hands on the receiver when the ball was in the air. Easy call for the official.
That's right. So they're going to march this penalty off against the Bishop Dwenger Saints. Well, folks, just a reminder, Heisman Property Management is a local company that offers owner services for residential properties from a single home to large complexes. If you're a property owner needing a full-time maintenance staff to care for your property, you need to find a rental home. Heisman Property Management is here to help. Contact Eisman Property Management on the web at 456rent.com or call 456-RENT. That's Eisman Property Management. All right, so again, that play penalty is assessed against the Bishop Dwenger Saints, and that's going to bring up a 1st and 8 now for the Bulldogs. Ball at the 37, and again, they go to the air. He's looking to throw. He is wrapped up and dropped. That is going to be a big-time loss for the New Haven Bulldogs.
Frankie Yanko gets the sack, the 39th team sack for the Saints, and Frankie Yanko, that is his 9th sack of the season.
So he's going to be dropped for it looks like a 7-yard loss there, maybe even 8. Ball back at the 45-yard line now.
It looked like that time they widened out their defensive tackles a little bit, maybe to give them a better matchup or a better angle.
Right.
And both of them got back there to the quarterback.
That's exactly right. Trips to the left side, one to the right. Looking off the right hash mark is Moore with a single setback. He loves the snap. He's got the ball, a little dump pass to the right side. The outlet has it. He is going down the field and gets inside the 40 to the 39. Before Nishan Jones is wrangled.
Brought down by number 40.
So they get back almost to the original line of scrimmage. That's going to bring up a 3rd and 9.5 now. So great composure that time by Keyshawn Moore to find that ball and get it to his outlet man on the right side. Now he's going to be in the shotgun. Behind him, offset to the right, is Jones. Trips left and one wide right. Blitz coming. Here's a quick throw. Flat. Left side. It is caught, and he is tackled in the backfield. No gain that time, and he's going to be dropping on the 40-yard line.
Looked like Litchfield, who broke his leg in the Homestead game, is now back, Sean, and getting some playing time here for the Bishop Dwenger.
So again, that's going to bring up 4th and 11 for the Bulldogs. And they are making a decision, I believe, at this point. Bryce Hall just kind of standing out here wide to the right. And it will look like Moore is in the backfield with Jones. Might be going for a 4th and 11 here. And now Moore backs up a little bit, and it looks like he's going to try and punt this one. And it's a very, very short kick. And it is caught, bounces off of one tackler. He's got a wall being set up, and tackled from behind is Burns. And a flag comes out. This is probably going to be an illegal block in the back. And it looks like we might have a Bulldog down right now.
Number 51 looks like maybe he's holding his shoulder.
Stinger.
Yeah. Looks like maybe a stinger. He's jumping up and down. 51 for the Bulldogs, Alex Gushing.
That one did not feel good. You know what? We're going to go ahead and check in with Nick Gray. We've 1 or 2 so far, and it's been such a fast-running game. Nick, what do you have for us quickly?
Well, welcome to the sidelines, everybody. Right now, Carroll and Homestead are tied at 7. Snyder's up on Goshen 7-0. Leo's beaten Southside 19-0. The Bishop Luers Yorktown game just got underway. Austin Mack scores for the first play of scrimmage. Missed the PAT 6-0, just like us, guys. Cherubusco, Whitco. Cherubusco's winning that one 14-6. Eastside's up on Woodland 13-7. And Belmont's beating Concordia 14-0. Back up to you.
Belmont's beating Concordia 14-0. Is that what you just said?
Check that. That's correct.
Wow. Okay. Thank you very much, Nick, for that update here of the Bishop Dwenger Saints off of the punt here. 1st and 10 from their own 17-yard line. Here is a quarterback keeper. Finally pitches the ball to the outlet man on the left side. Breaks a tackle. Gets into the linebacker core before he's punched out of bounds at the 21-yard line.
Jannard Moore, please report to the ticket box and see Mr. Wagner. Jannard
He's
Moore.
a senior running back, 5'11", 180 pounds. It looks like he's going to gain 4, maybe 5 yards.
Alec Gushing, who came out of the game for the Bulldogs with that shoulder injury, he is actually the starting right tackle of the offense.
Okay. So we call that a 5-yard gain by Harris, bringing up a 2nd and 5 from the 22. Jolney looks over the defense, shotgun, gives it to the first man through, and he is gone. Amon Clark finds a trap, the 40, the 50, the 45, the 40. He is running like a freight train, down to the 20, the 10, the 5, touchdown. Bishop Dwenger scorches the Bulldogs on a huge
69.
run. A 69-yard touchdown run by Amon Clark. It's been there all night, Joe, the trap play through the middle.
Trap play through the middle, exactly right. They spread the defense out to get some of those guys out of the box, and then they trap up the middle, and Clark goes for 69.
So The Bishop Dwenger Saints again scorched the Bulldogs. We've got 6:18 to go here in the second quarter. 12-0 is your score. Now it will be interesting because it's always fun watching the Bishop Dwenger Saints with their PATs. Again, they have some very strange formations, and Ernie Bodrab loves to go for two, Joe.
He really does, and they're down. They missed the first kick, so
that's right.
You never know what's going to happen.
Wayne Consejo is in to chip this one in, and let's see if he's got the opportunity. Here is the snap, the hold, the kick. It is up, and this one is good. Your score now, 13-0. The Saints on top of the New Haven Bulldogs. We're stepping out for a 30-second break. You're listening to IHSAA playoff action right here on Redeemer Radio 106.3 FM.
The right solution matters. First Federal Bank knows businesses come in all sizes, from family-owned to mid-sized enterprises, all the way to large corporations. And we believe banking solutions should too. Whether you're looking for a way to improve cash flow or finance a multi-million-dollar expansion, we're dedicated to finding solutions custom fit to you. I'm Perry Level. To learn more about First Federal Bank's commercial banking solutions, call me at 260-432-0022 or visit first-fed.com. After all, we're better together.
We are back to live action where Amon Clark has just scored the New Haven Bulldogs for a 69-yard touchdown run, taking the score 13-0 here, Joe. So it looks like Stegmeyer is preparing to kick this one away.
Yeah, we talked about it at a break. It's probably, we agree that Ernie Bodrab should have chased that missed extra point at this point of the game. Get the extra point, you're up 13-0. Don't give the Bulldogs any momentum after a big 69-yard run by Clark.
Good call. Here is Stegmeyer from the 40, kicking right to left on the radio dial. End over end kick, long kick, driving the receiver back to about the 1 yard line. Flowing to the right side, he's looking for some room. Gets out to the 15, waiting, trying to be patient, and gets swarmed over and stuffed near the 18-yard line is number 5
by number 19, Brady.
For the New Haven Bulldogs.
Jackson.
Yeah, Tremont Jackson. So let's see where they place us. And it looks to be about in between the 17 and 18-yard line. Let's check in with Mark Lyons.
Well, if you're down on the field, we've got some guys that have some speed, and New Haven's one play away from getting a touchdown. I'm telling you, these two kids in the backfield are fast, and it won't take long. It would just be one play, and this could get really tight.
We'll watch Nolan Sipe now taking on the new right tackle in for the Bulldogs. Again, Gushing out with a shoulder injury.
All right, so 1st and 10 here for the Bulldogs. And here's a snap. Looks like a quarterback keeper through the middle. That was actually a little wildcat going to Nishan Jones.
Brought down by number 42.
He tries to use that speed again, trying to find some room through the middle. Gets it past the 20-yard line up to about the 23.
That's been their best play, Sean. Right up the middle, right over the center.
Yeah.
They try to go outside. They don't have luck. Just get 5 yards of play right up the middle.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And that brings up the 2nd and 5 for the Bulldogs. This is going to be a direct snap to Nishan Jones. Here's a snap. He flows, and he finally cuts it back through the middle. There's got a flag on the play. He's going to be north of the 25 to about the 27.
With the tackle.
Holding again against the Bulldogs.
Boy, oh boy. These penalties, they just got to stop. So, again, the ball is resting at the 27-yard line, but this one is coming back. Well, just a reminder, folks, you can follow us on Twitter. We are at 1063 Sports. You can also catch us everywhere around the world with an internet connection at www.redeemerradio.com.
This Bulldog offense, Sean, averages 37 points per game this season. They can put the points up. You have to be careful.
Yes, they can. Undefeated at home, and that's exactly where we are. We're from the confines of New Haven High School here, where the score is 13-0. The Dwenger Saints on top of the New Haven Bulldogs. Bulldogs have the ball after the penalty. 2nd and 4. Bad snap at the 5. He is able to cover. Is he able to retain? Yes, he is. Oh my goodness. So after the penalty, a bad snap, and it's rolling downhill now for the New Haven Bulldogs as they cover the ball back at their own 3-yard line.
Litchfield on the stop from the defense.
That'll bring up 3rd and 25 for the Bulldogs.
That was a mad scramble for the ball.
Dangerous territory now if you're New Haven. You really have to take care of the ball. I think you have to see at this point, you have to see Keyshawn Moore, the normal quarterback, come in and take the snaps.
Yeah, I do believe you're right. A little more calm control and assertiveness back here, and that's exactly what we have, Joe. Keyshawn Moore with an empty backfield, standing in his own end zone. Here's the snap. He's looking to throw. Looks left. It is tipped and nearly picked by that defense. But boy, somebody got their big paws up there and knocked it out of the sky.
Rotomat, the other defensive end, got his hands up and knocked it down. And it's a good thing Moore got that out of his hands because Nolan Sipe was just about to plant him.
Yes, he was. So that's going to bring up a 4th and forever. Actually, a 4th and 25 from the 3-yard line. And New Haven, the back is up against it. And it looks like we've got number 11, Ryan Perkins, back deep to actually punt this one away now. So interesting, we haven't seen Perkins so far as Keyshawn Moore's been doing the punting from the short position. And now we've got some player personnel issues for New Haven, and they have to burn a timeout. Okay, so 13-0 is your score. We're going to step out for a 30-second break here. 4:29 remaining in the first half. The Saints are on top. Stick around, folks. We're back in 30. You're listening to IHSAA playoff football action right here on Redeemer Radio 106.3 FM.
Programming on Redeemer Radio is underwritten by Bob Busher Homes. Floor plan customization is what they specialize in. Find floor plans, building sites, and read Bob's story on the web at bobbusherhomes.com. Bob Busher Homes is located with offices in Fort Wayne and Monroe. For more information about new home building or remodeling, Bob Busher Homes can be reached at 260-490-3355.
Okay, let's set the scene here, ladies and gentlemen. Coming to you live from New Haven High School. The Saints on top, 13-0. The Bulldogs facing a 4th and 25 punting from the back of their own end zone. Is number 75, Juan Bonilla. Looks like the Saints might be bringing the house. There is a snap. Bonilla's got the ball. Oh, and it's a low shank punt. And it looks like the Norton lets it go at the 30-yard line. They don't play it.
No, he got it.
Okay, he called it down at the 30-yard line. It looked like Norton may have touched it and then decided to let it go.
Well, the sidelines, the purple sidelines in the game, were trying to sell the referee that he had touched it.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
And he went by it.
And now the officials are actually conversing at the 30-yard line.
Well, the fans are on it too. They don't have any better view than we do.
No, they don't. Yeah, absolutely. So the play stands, and the Bishop Dwenger Saints will take over with a very short field back at the 30-yard line, or at the 30-yard line of the New Haven Bulldogs.
I wouldn't be surprised if he takes a quick strike here, trying to maybe hit Norton. Not going to hit Norton.
Piccioni in the back, and here is a quarterback bootleg, right side, looking downfield, looking. He doesn't have anybody. He's going to run it out of bounds after a short gain on the far side.
Brought out by number 5, Jackson.
Good coverage by the New Haven defensive backs that time, not giving Piccioni any looks. And he's going to run out of bounds after a 4-yard gain down to the 26-yard line.
Good decision by Blake Piccioni, who is the second leading rusher on this team. He has 36 yards rushing per game this season.
So they break huddle and come to the line with 4:13 remaining in the first half. 13-0 is your score. Saints on top. Do have the ball in Bulldog territory now. Single setback, wing left. Here's a snap. Almon Clark has it again through the middle. Tied up a little bit. Doesn't get a lot there. But he's going to fall forward inside the 25 down to about the 22. And that's going to bring up 3rd and about 1.5, maybe 2.
Sean, believe it or not, the Saints have not converted 3rd down here tonight. They are 0 for 4 on 3rd down conversions.
Well, here comes Winklejohn in, and here comes Zach Norton in. Almon Clark actually checking out now. So it's going to bring up a 3rd and 2 for the Saints. Ball resting at the 22-yard line. All right, so let's see. We've got Winklejohn as the tailback, wing to the left, and 2 wideouts left. Heavy package left here. They follow that heavy package. Quarterback keeper, Piccioni gets to the 20. He's going to be very close to a Saints first down.
Very close, Sean. You called it. I think it's 4th down. I think he's about a half a yard or a foot short.
Here's my idea. Give it to Winklejohn.
The sledge. If you need a yard, who are you going to give it to?
That's right. All right, we've got a timeout on the field right now. They're going to actually take a measurement here. That's going to give us an opportunity to check in again with Nick Gray down on the sidelines, keeping score from around the area. So we'll see if we can check in with Nick to run through some scores again for us. Nick, what do you have? Okay, we don't have Nick, so we're going to keep it right here as Okay, now we have Nick. Sorry about that.
Well, we've got some exciting action over at Bishop Luers, hearing from the Godfather. Right now, Bishop Luers has run 3 total plays on offense, and they've scored 12 points, guys. So kind of crazy over there. I did check that. Belmont is beating Concordia 14-0, so the winner of that game will play the winner of the Luers-Yorktown game. Leo's beating Southside 27-0. Snyder's up on Goshen 14-0. And then Carroll and Homestead are still tied at 7. So back up to you.
All right, very good. Thank you very much, Nick. 4th and inches now. Piccioni's run was just shy. The offense stays on the field. Piccioni's going to be under center with an I formation behind him. Tailback is Winklejohn. 2 wideouts to the right. They try the snap, give to Winklejohn, right side. He's got the first down, stays on it, gets into the linebacker core before he rolls forward to about the 14-yard line.
That's tough for a defense to stop that big offensive line. Then you have fullback Jack Harris leading the way, and then you got, what do you have to do after you deal with all that? You got to deal with the sledge carrying the ball.
That's it. Inside the red zone now are the Saints, down to the 14-yard line. 1st and 10, 2:42 to go here in the first half. 13-0 is your score. Saints are on top and threatening. Harris is going to be the wing left. Amon Clark, the tailback from the shotgun, is Piccioni. Looks over the defense. Here is a snap. Give to Clark right through the middle. Oh, this time he gets nothing. He gets back to the line of scrimmage with a violent takedown.
Brought down by number 31, Freeman.
31 for the Bulldogs with a great tackle. That's Jorian Freeman, 6', 185 linebacker.
So no gain on that play. Brings up a 2nd, 9.5. Or 10. As Zach Norton checks in for the Saints. Clock continuing, under 2 minutes to go, as the Saints are facing a 2nd and 10 in the red zone. Empty backfield now. In a man in motion, they fake it to him. Play action, throws a dart over the middle, nearly picked, but incomplete that time. He was going for Norton and couldn't make the connection.
Pass intended for
good play, but better
Norton,
defense.
yeah.
Good ball fake. He fooled me with it and then pulled it out and fired one to Norton, crossing across the middle on a slant, and good defense over there. I didn't get the number. That young man did his job in the purple jersey.
You're right. So 3rd and long coming up for the Bishop Dwenger Saints. Single setback as Amon Clark trips to the left, one wide right. Blitz coming. Piccioni flows to the right, doesn't have the pitch, looking for the edge, can't find it. He'll get 1, maybe 2 before he is brought down. With about a minute and a half to go in the first half.
Field goal coming out, the field goal unit.
And trying to see, is that Stegmeyer? I don't think it is. See who's going to make this chip.
It's Wayne Consejo.
With Fian on the snap. Piccioni now barking out orders to the offensive line. Looking back to the sidelines now, getting some further instructions from the coaches. Clock continues to tick down now. 1:02. Looks like they might even burn a timeout. We're down to 7 seconds on the play clock. Here come the Saints up to the line of scrimmage now.
Call a timeout.
As Wake and Seiko lines up.
There's the timeout.
Yep, now we're out of time, and a timeout by the Bishop Dwenger Saints. That's going to give us a chance to do a little catch-up here as well. Folks, stick around. When we come back, the Saints are going to try a chip shot from about the 13-yard line. You're listening to IHSAA football playoff action right here on WRDF, Redeemer Radio 106.3 FM.
Halftime scores from around the area. Eastside 13, Woodland 7, Homestead 14, Carroll 10, Belmont 17, Concordia 7.
Siokas does it with built-in check systems to make sure your business is cleaned beyond your expectations every time. First impressions are critical, so make sure yours is always the best with professional cleaning from Siokas. The best people, the best service. 483-2112 or online at siokas.com.
The timeout is over, and we're back to live action here as the Bishop Dwenger Saints are facing a field goal opportunity. This will be officially a 23-yard opportunity for Wayne Consejo. Piccioni's on the hold, Fian's on the snap. They try the hard count, that one doesn't work. Here is the snap, the hold is good, the kick is up. It looks good from here. It is.
Good.
So the Saints chip in 3 on the leg of number 29, Wake Consejo. And now your score of 16-0 with 47.8 seconds left in the first half.
Bringing the score to Bishop Dwenger 16,
right here,
New Haven 0.
And let you know about Holy Cross College. They are proud to bring you the second quarter of tonight's game. Holy Cross College is an affordable Catholic college offering a life-changing, life-affirming education and is closer than you think. It's 2 hours away. So search for them on the web at Holy Cross College at Notre Dame, Indiana. So, again, with 47.8 seconds remaining, we've got a score of 16-0, and Bishop Dwenger is on top. Mark Watts, what do you have for us?
That was a big stop by New Haven because really they're only 2 scores away. 2 touchdowns and 2 two-point conversions. So a big stop by the Bulldogs. Back to you.
All righty. It's a great observation, Mark. Thank you so much. So the Bishop Dwenger Saints off of the field goal are preparing to kick away now. That's Stegmeyer, number 12. He's been kicking some beauties tonight from the 40. Puts his leg into it, high end over end kick. This one's going to be taken a little bit short of about the 9-yard line. Running to the middle. Now breaking out to the outside, looking to change direction. Not very smart play. He's going to be dragged down at about the 13-yard line. And that is where the New Haven Bulldogs will take over. Again, that's Tremont Jackson.
5 Jackson with the ball, brought down by number 19, Brady.
And the New Haven Bulldogs will have a tough road to hoe here with 40.2 seconds left, Joe.
Well, you just don't want to make a mistake back here. You don't want to throw an interception. You don't want to give them a cheap score. I think maybe you take a shot on first down. If it's not there, then you may just have to go to the run during the halftime.
Yeah.
Because remember, they're going to get the ball. The Bulldogs are going to get the ball to start playing.
That's right.
Don't make a mistake right here.
Kicked off. You're right. Bryce Hall is going to check out wide out to the left side. We've got an I formation. Gives it the tailback, looking for some room. Starts at the middle, goes out left, and is taken down at about the 18-yard line.
With the ball.
So that's going to call a gain of 5.
Down by number 46.
Bringing up a 2nd and 5 now.
Quote Matt.
And it looks like Keyshawn Moore will come in from the sidelines with the next play. And I don't know that they're going to get this one off, Joe. The actual game clock is less than the play clock.
They don't have to run a play, and I think that's what the coaches are hollering out to them right now.
Yeah.
Stay in the huddle.
Yep, that's exactly right, and that's exactly what they're going to do. So that's going to do it for the first half of action, folks. 16-0 is your score. When we come back, it'll be our halftime presentation. So stick around, folks. Lots of football to talk about.
Bishop Dwenger,
the second half is right
0.
around the corner. Again, 16-0, Bishop Dwenger on top of New Haven, and you're listening to Redeemer Radio, 106.3 FM.
Experian Staffing, locally owned by the Pentenberg family, excels in finding the best candidates for industrial, clerical, customer service, non-clinical healthcare, IT, and professional direct hire placements. Experian clients are accustomed to getting the right employees at the right time, every time. Experian Staffing supports the proud excellence of the Dwenger Saints and the Lulers Knights, both on the field and in the classroom. Whether you're seeking your next career move or searching for great employees, call us at 260-496-9900 or visit us on the web at Experian.com/FTWayne.
Hi, sports fans. Sean McBride here, inviting you to try the barbershop experience. St. Joe Center Barbershop, located at the corner of St. Joe Center and Maple Crest, prides itself on professionalism, cleanliness, and a family-friendly atmosphere. In their third generation of family ownership, they have a combined experience of over 125 years. Give them a call at 485-6981. It's my barbershop of choice. That's St. Joe Center Barbershop at 485-6981. We are back to live action, folks. This is halftime here at New Haven, broadcasting live from the friendly confines of New Haven High School. 16-0 is your score. The Bishop Dwenger Saints on top of the men in purple. And we're going to check in real fast with some game conditions with Mark Watts. Mark, I think you had an opportunity to hear some of the comments as both teams were leaving the field. Is that right?
Yes, I was going to talk to Coach Rowland, but he called his seniors over to the numbers, and he was saying, listen, gentlemen, we had things going. Penalties cost us a lot. If we just stop those penalties, and we're only 2 touchdowns down. So he said, we've got the ball at the second half. So I'm telling you, we've got a heck of a ball game here, and Coach Rowland has some great observations. Back to you.
All right, thanks very much, Mark Watts, with that. So, again, right now this is halftime, and the score 16-0. Bishop Dwenger Saints are on top. I think we're going to go ahead and send things down to Nick Gray, who has our halftime interview. Nick, please, take it away.
Well, welcome down to the sidelines, everybody. A lot going on. It's cold. but it's always warm when we're visiting with Katie Burns, the development director for Bishop Dwenger High School. Right, Katie?
All right, Nick. I mean, you just keep coming up with these compliments. It's unreal.
Well, it's easy when you're around. So Katie and I have been standing here talking a lot about what's going on at school. It's a very exciting time to be part of Bishop Dwenger. But also, Katie's on the board of Redeemer Radio, and we just wrapped up our share-a-thon today. And one of the great things about Redeemer Radio and Redeemer Radio Sports is our ability to broadcast via the World Wide Web all over the place. And so, Katie, what impact has that had on you and your family?
First quarter score, Snyder
Well, I think
21,
Redeemer Radio in general is just a little a dose of Catholicism in our faith anytime I turn the radio on in the car or at the office. And Share-a-thon, I think, is the most especially exciting time because we hear people that we know and love from the ministries that are important in our parishes and in our schools, and now getting to know the people who are in South Bend. It's just such a blessing. For me personally, having a son on the team and having family in Maryland and Pennsylvania and Texas, the fact that they can listen to tonight's game and listen and see how their grandson and nephew is doing is just really a blessing. And I know there's a lot of families who are really grateful. I mean, Coach is probably at home right now, Chris Get Better, listening to the game. And so it's just awesome for people, as you see the stands here, Nick, there's a great support for Dwenger football, and it's awesome that people who aren't able to be here tonight can listen on the radio.
Yeah, we get tons of compliments each week from people at home listening locally, but as you mentioned, all over the place, and even globally, because Dave X, the Godfather, his son is over in Sicily, and I think they're like 6 hours ahead, but he always tunes in. And actually, he called in a very generous pledge the other day, too, so I want to get that in, too.
Pledges from Sicily.
His credit card's still good, so it's exciting. It's so exciting. And, I know Bishop Dwenger with the Capital Campaign, Golden Traditions, we're starting to see, at least on the side of the chapel, a lot of movement there. And so you had the beam yesterday, or this week, side. So talk a little bit about that.
Well, what we wanted to do is for anybody who wanted to be part of the process is to be part of it. And so we had some of the beams that will actually hold up the cross at the very topmost part of the chapel. They were spray painted white, and then all the students were able to go outside and put their first name and their last name and their class year. Our faculty and staff did it. We had alumni coming over to sign. Nick, I saw your signature there. And
Via Ann.
we had, I signed a lot of names for people. Put my name up there. And so we were supposed to do it Wednesday, but the weather didn't cooperate, so we did it all day Thursday. And then this morning, after Mass, we went outside, and Father Jacob blessed that part of the structure. And we were able to watch the crane hoist it up and put it on top of the chapel. And so it's called a topping out ceremony. And it was great to watch it happen. It's on our school's website. And it was a really very moving day. So bringing up the cross and it was a blessing.
Well, that's so good, Katie. It's always great to have you on the air. Thank you so much for being an awesome representative of our high school, Bishop Dwenger. And with that, folks, we're going to send it back up to the guys. This has been the VIP Halftime Report with Katie Burns, the executive,
What you call me?
the great person that works at Bishop Dwenger. Back up to you guys.
All right, good finish there, Nick. Hey, folks, this is our halftime show. Thank you very much for listening. And just a reminder that this halftime presentation is brought to you by Historic St. Felix Catholic Center, which is now open for retreats. Located in Huntington, Indiana, on 30 scenic acres, with plenty of recreational areas and a serene Blessed Mother Grotto. It is a great day for single days of prayer to overnight retreats. And again, the former home of Venerable Solanus Casey. So you can visit today and also plan your visit at www.sfcatholiccenter.com. We're going to go ahead and step out for a little 1-minute break here. When we come back, we're going to talk numbers with Joe Wharton. We're going to get the roundtable going and look forward to the third quarter of action. Again, 16-0 is your score. The Bishop Dwenger Saints with the New Haven Bulldogs. We are in our halftime presentation. Stick around, folks. We're back in 1 minute. You're listening to Indiana High School football playoff action right here on Redeemer Radio 106.3 FM.
Not a second to spare. At First Federal Bank, we know that's how you feel when running your business. You need banking solutions that make the most of your precious time. We offer tailored solutions to help you manage your cash flow and services designed to streamline your payroll, all with your time in mind. Call me, Tracy Rodan, at 260-432-0022 to learn how you can feel like you're the personal bookkeeper working for you around the clock, or visit first-fed.com. First Federal Bank. Better together. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Tri-State Warehousing is one of the most complete service-oriented companies in the warehousing field today. Located in Fort Wayne, Tri-State Warehousing is a 50,000 square foot dry and temperature-controlled storage facility, serving 2/3 of the continental U.S. with overnight rail service. The dedicated staff and specialty services of Tri-State Warehousing are known throughout the industry. For great things in store, call Tri-State Warehousing, 260-436-2010. That's 260-436-2010.
We are back to live action here, ladies and gentlemen. This is our halftime presentation. And just a reminder that if you can hear this game, it's thanks to our communications sponsor, Dr. Todd and Mary Briscoe and Briscoe Family Dentistry. If you need emergency dental care, call Dr. Briscoe at 260-486-9950. That's Briscoe Family Dentistry at 260-486-9950. Let's check in with Joe Wharton, who's got the first half numbers. Joe, what do you have for us?
Okay, let's first talk about the New Haven Bulldogs. Nishan Jones, number 3, their fine tailback, has 41 yards rushing. And going now to their other playmaker, number 4, Keyshawn Jones, the fine quarterback who came into this game completing 62% of his passes. He's only 4 of 9, still below the 50% mark for only 26 yards. The Bulldogs have 72 yards of total offense. Now, Sean, this is an offense that came into this game averaging 340 yards per game, and the Saints held them to just 72 in the first half. Going on to Bishop Dwenger, Amon Clark, 129 yards rushing in the first half. He averaged 16 yards per carry. Pichelny, 18 rushing yards. Pichelny struggling a little bit here passing the ball at New Haven. 2 of 7, Sean, 2 of 7 in the first half for 36 yards. The one big pass play was a 29-yard hookup to Fetterspiel. Moving on to some other things here, the Saints are 0 for 6 on third down conversions, 1 of 4 on fourth down tries. Penalties, only 2 penalties for 25 yards in the first half. Moving back to the Bulldogs, they too have not been able to convert on third down. They are 0 for 5 and 0 for 2 on fourth down attempts. 1 turnover for the Bulldogs in the first half. That was a fumble in the first quarter. The Saints were unable to convert any points or turn that into any points. Penalties for the Bulldogs, it's really been their Achilles in this sectional game, week 2 sectional game. 5 penalties in the first half for 35 yards. A real quick scoring recap. The scoring got kicked off in the first quarter at the 4:20 mark. Pichelny with a 7-yard touchdown run. The kick was missed. The Saints led 6-0. Moving on to the second quarter at the 6:18 mark, Amon Clark tore off a huge 69-yard run off the left side. The kick was good. 13-0 Saints. And then wrapping up the scoring here in the first half with 48 seconds to go, when Consejo hit a 30-yard field goal. The Saints lead at halftime, 16-0.
All right, that does it for the first half numbers, folks. We're going to step out for a 30-second break. When we come back, we're going to check scores and highlights from around the area with Nick Gray. And then we're going to check in with Mark Watts and Joe Wharton and talk about the first half of action and what we can expect in the second half. Stick around, folks. Halftime action continues to roll right through right here on Redeemer Radio 106.3 FM.
We're searching for answers, searching for meaning in life. But the world and the culture give us empty solutions and empty promises. We know there is more to life because we're searching for the real truth and a real meaning. You can stop searching because you found Jesus Christ at His Catholic Church. Redeemer Radio, the home to your family of faith.
Welcome back to New Haven, ladies and gentlemen. We're broadcasting from the friendly confines of New Haven High School, where the Bishop Dwenger Saints are on top of the Bulldogs 16-0 here at halftime. We're going to go ahead and send the microphone down to Nick Gray, who's got some scores and highlights from around the area.
Well, yes, sir, indeed. Right now, Carroll's beating Homestead 14-10. Just got a Concord Northside score, so Concord's up on Northside 7-0. So the winner of that game will play the winner of Goshen and Snyder's winning that game 21-0. Right now, Leo's up on Southside 27-0, so the winner of that game will play the winner of this game. Bishop Luers is beating Yorktown 19-0. Cherubusco's up on Whitco 14-6. Eastside's beating Woodland 13-7. And then Concordia has scored, so right now it's 17-7. Belmont up on Concordia. So that's where we're at now. Back up to you guys.
All right, we're going to check in with Nick during the third quarter and also throughout the rest of the game, so we get those scores and area highlights to you, our listeners. And remember, folks, if you have friends, family, and fellow alumni that might be around the world, they too can listen to our broadcast online. We are at www.redeemerradio.com and click on that Listen Live button. Remember, you can follow us on Twitter and Facebook as well. So we are all over. Joe, we're nationwide. That's just all there is to it.
We are international. You're the international man of mystery.
And we're going to stop that discussion right here. Speaking of international men of mystery, we're going to bring in Mark Watts, who was down on the field during that first half of action. And we know, Mark, that you have really commented about how impressed you are with the game plan of New Haven and what is on display tonight. In my opinion, there's a lot of speed going on down there.
Sean, a few thoughts. Number one, Dwenger, I think it hurt them the first half that they played Wayne 2 weeks in a row, because when when New Haven came out and with that big pop right on the kickoff, it kind of set a tone.
Yeah.
So I think Dwenger got their feet back underneath them there in the second quarter. New Haven's defense is probably the fastest that I've seen on the field from every position. They're not really that big up front, but they're quick. They slant a lot, and the linebackers are very active. And this is what's giving Pichelny the rough time, because even though he's doing good on the play action, like Joe mentioned, they're still covering in the secondary. So offensively for New Haven, the other observation, they came out and they were just going to go right at Dwenger with the two speedsters and put their quarterback out as a whiteout. It looked good, but the problem is when you only do it for a week, you have problems. So that they had motion penalties from back there. They had a missed snap to those guys. So the theory was good and it was working, but also because you can only practice it for a week, I think it hurt them in the execution-wise. So we'll see what Coach Rowland decides to do this half. Is he going to go back to that, which he had success, and say, guys, if we can just stop the penalties, we can get going on this thing, or if he's going to say we have to go back to our regular quarterback, our regular formations, and go from there.
Well, that's some expert analysis right there, Mark. I think you're spot on. We're going to check in with Joe Wharton here as well. Joe, if in fact they do change directions or change gears as far as the New Haven Bulldogs here, I don't know about their passing attack, how effective it could be against Bishop Dwenger. We've seen their defensive backs play pretty much lights out, shut down defense style. What are your thoughts about what you saw in the first half?
Well, first, let me just say that my broadcast partner, Mark Watts, is exactly right. Okay?
That's all there is.
That's what I say.
Yeah.
He's exactly right.
Unlike what he said earlier.
Exactly right. Listen, the Bulldogs have 72 yards of total offense. They did get the ball moving. They shot themselves in the foot with the penalty. Exactly right. This whole Wildcat thing, how long do you stick with it? You're down 2 scores and 2 two-point conversions. So you're down 16-0. At some point, you just have to let Keyshawn Moore do some throwing and try to get the ball to Woods, Jackson, Hall, or Jones. I mean, Keyshawn Moore, the quarterback, comes in averaging 167 yards a game. He completes 62% of his passes. At some point, you have to just abandon the Wildcat. Can you really come back in this game with just the Wildcat? Because you got to believe the Saints defense, they're going to adjust a little bit to that. They're going to start loading the box. And it's real interesting. I think this chess match, we haven't seen the end of the chess match here.
No, I think you're exactly right, Joe. And again, very much, thank you to you and Mark for providing the expert analysis this evening. And folks, we are getting ready to start the third quarter of action. Now remember too that the New Haven Bulldogs actually kicked the ball off to begin the contest, so they will be receiving here in the third quarter action. We all know what critical downs belie them right here as they get ready for the third quarter action.
Sean, just to back up a little bit, we talked about Keyshawn Moore, who averages 167 yards passing each game. And I just want to reiterate, in the first half, he had 26 yards. So back to my point of, at some point, you got to just let him start throwing the ball a little bit. Get back to what you've done all season instead of just trying the Wildcat exclusive.
But, Joe, what they were doing there, they had no one in the backfield. They had an empty backfield trying to throw it, and they're trying to block Dwenger's 4 front guys with 5. And you can't do that. You don't have time. So New Haven better keep a back or 2 in to help that so they can at least throw it long, because if you're going to have empty backfield, you're not going to have time to throw it long because Yanko and the boys are going to be in his face.
Mark, that's right. And I've been watching these matchups with Yanko and Sipe against the offensive line of New Haven, and they've really they swim right past them. So Coach Rowland's right, Sean. They have to get the ball out of their hands.
You're absolutely right. All right, folks, when we come back after this 30-second break, it is third quarter action. You are listening to Playoff Football right here on Redeemer Radio 106.3 FM.
There's a new dining experience in football, just waiting to be discovered by sports fans everywhere. The newly remodeled Lodge, located in the Coyote Creek Golf Club, is open to the public, offering great daily lunch and dinner specials. Bring the family in to enjoy our spacious family room after the game. The lounge is proud to support Bishop Dwenger and Bishop Brewers football. Come celebrate the W's with their friendly staff. The lounge is located at 4935 Overpass Road. To save your table for after the game, call 260-203-3154.
All right, back to live action here from New Haven High School. This is playoff football action here on Redeemer Radio. Your score is 16-0, and we are seconds away from starting the third quarter of action. The Bishop Dwenger Saints will be kicking the ball away to the New Haven Bulldogs. And it looks like the gold helmets are on the field for the Saints. The gold helmets for the New Haven Bulldogs still on the sidelines here, getting some final instructions. And before we kick things off, let's send it down to Mark Watts.
It seems like every week we say how important the opening drive of the third quarter is. But I'm telling you, gentlemen, this is huge because New Haven needs to make something happen offensively. So let's see what they can do. They can get something going here with this first drive. Back to you.
So the Bishop Dwenger Saints are going to line up at their 40-yard line.
For the Bulldogs.
Stegmeyer is going to kick this one away, number 12 for the Saints. Back deep for the New Haven Bulldogs is number 5, Jackson, and number 2, Tyon Woods. And Stegmeyer's been doing a fantastic job kicking this ball off tonight. Let's see what he can do here. And we are underway with third quarter action. Stegmeyer again sticks another nice one. It's taken near the 4-yard line. And running around the left side, looking for some room, taking some tacklers with him, and finally getting popped north of the 25-yard line is number 5, Jackson. It looks like they're going to touch things up near the 28-yard line.
Looked like Gernhardt on the special teams tackle for Bishop Dwenger.
All right, so here comes number 4, Keyshawn Moore and company on offense. And as Mark Watts says, and we all agree, this is an absolutely critical drive right here for the Bulldogs. Looks like Tremont Jackson is going to stay out on the field. We're going to have a trips package to the right side. A single setback and 1 wide left. They're operating on the left hash mark. Here's the snap, and he's looking to throw. Goes quickly left to the flats. It's caught. Little hitch pattern, and running out of bounds is number 1, Bryce Hall. So a successful throw and catch. Gain of 7, maybe 8 there. Gets to the 35-yard line. We'll call that 2nd and 3 coming up for the Bulldogs.
2nd and 3 for the Bulldogs.
Hall came into the game with 17 catches on the season. Gets a nice one there. Gets out of bounds for a good first down pickup.
No, it's 2nd and 3, Joe.
Well, good pickup on first down.
On first down, yeah. There you go. Matter of grammar.
That's where I put the comma.
That's right. Again, trips to the right now for the Bulldogs. 1 wide left and a single setback. Here's the snap, and it's a screen to the right side. It is caught, looking for some room and getting none. And boy, did they sniff that one out, Joe. Look at that. So
Austin Burns, the free safety, sniffed it out and came running right in.
That he did. So that's going to be a tackle for loss. back at the 33-yard line. That's going to bring up a 3rd and 5 now for the Bulldogs. As number 4, Keyshawn Moore, comes to the sidelines talking to his coach. Gets the play and goes back to the huddle. And now it looks like we might have a play clock issue. Okay, reset it to 25, and here we go. Okay, so it looks like Bryce Hall is going to be wide out to the right. They've got a trips package going left and a single setback. Number 4, Keyshawn Moore. Again, no Wildcat so far. Facing a 3rd and 5. Here comes the blitz. He's looking to throw. He's got some pressure. He's got some trouble from behind, looking to get out of it. He's going to be stuffed at the 35-yard line, and he's going to be well short of a first down.
That looked like Peter Winklejohn on the stop from his linebacker position. A lot of pressure coming from Nolan Sipe there. Chased Moore out of the pocket.
But he did. He's not able to escape, and that's going to bring up a 4th and 3 for the Bulldogs. Now, again, the ball is at their own 35-yard line, so I don't know that Coach Rowland thinks that this is 4-down territory. Keyshawn Moore is standing back in the shotgun. He has punted from this position before, so let's see what they do here. Dwenger does have a man back deep. 2 wideouts to the left, 2 wideouts to the right, and he does take that kick, and it's, again, another short one. How dangerous is that play? It is hit at the 40 and bounces forward for Bishop Dwenger, and they're going to take over with great field position at the 43-yard line.
You know, the Bulldogs came in averaging 35 yards per punt, and you get about 22 there.
Yeah.
You almost wonder if you just could back up and actually just punt it.
Well, I mean,
first down, Bishop Dwenger.
He almost put that ball right into the backside of one of his
linemen. Yeah.
Wow.
Low. Came off his foot really low.
All right. Well, again, that kick gives Bishop Dwenger the ball back in great shape. They're at the 43-yard line, their own 43. Here's Piccioni and company. 1st and 10. Alon Clark is behind him. He's got a wing to the right and 2 wideouts. 1 wide left, 1 right. Here's a snap. Give to Alon Clark, looking for some room in the middle. Nothing there. Well, and he's taken down pretty poorly.
I think the ball came out.
Let's see what happens here.
It is New Haven ball.
New Haven with the ball.
Amon Clark drops the ball as he gets tackled. Only his first fumble of the entire season. And he's gimpy. He is hurt.
Yeah, I saw that right leg of his bend away. It probably shouldn't. And he's getting escorted off the field by 2 of his own players.
And that he's putting no weight on his right foot at all. Amon Clark again injured on that fumble. And that does not look good for the Saints.
It does not. Well, New Haven is their offense is back on the field right now. Ball 1st and 10 at the Dwenger 42-yard line. So a sudden change situation here. Can the Bulldogs convert? From the shotgun, he's looking to throw. Airs it out, and it is nearly tipped that time. Bryce Hall, the intended receiver, off of the Keyshawn Moore pass to the flats on the right side, and it is no good.
2nd down, Bulldogs.
That's going to bring up a 2nd and 10. 10:03 remaining here in the 3rd quarter. 16-0 is your score. Ball on the 42-yard line of Dwenger. Here is New Haven. He is scrambling, looking to throw. He throws it out to the right side. He's got a screen pass. It is developed. He's into the secondary. Now we've got a flag on the play.
Blocking the back.
Yep, scrambling towards the sticks. And it looks like this one might be coming back.
Again, Moore did a nice job keeping his composure and finding the receiver, even though it was his outlet receiver.
Right.
He was open, but it is coming back with the block in the back.
Well, and you look at number 4, Keyshawn Moore was planted that time, and he was soft getting up as well. So let's see. They start this one at the 38-yard line, take it out past the 45. And it's going to go out to the 48-yard line. So, again, another costly penalty for the New Haven Bulldogs with 9:52 to go here in the 3rd quarter. And that's going to bring up a 2nd and 15. On 2nd and 15, they break huddle. 2 wideouts to the left, 1 wide right. From the shotgun, he's looking to throw through the middle. He's got pressure, a little screen.
Intercepted, Colin Burns.
Burns has it at the 40, the 35, the 30, the 25. He's going to race in for a Bishop Dwenger touchdown. Colin Burns.
Wow, I saw the screen setting up. Colin Burns obviously saw it as well, Sean, and made a play.
Huge play by Colin Burns, number 4. And he going up tall, grabbing that middle screen and running it back to the house. A pick 6 for the Bishop Dwenger Saints, a 47-yard pick six by number 40, Colin Burns. Wow. So again, we talk about that opening drive, Joe, and
how important is momentum?
Yeah, momentum shifting now again for the Bishop Dwenger Saints, as the New Haven Bulldogs coming out a little soft here in the third quarter, not able to get much going, and now we've got a personnel issue by the Bishop Dwenger Saints. Not enough men on the field.
Well, remember, Monclark got hurt.
That's
so,
right.
His sub has to be aware that he's in, and now his sub is on the field. Here we go.
Indeed. All righty. So they're going to line up Wake and Seho on the chip shot here for the PAT. Here is the snap. The hold is good. The kick is up, and it is good.
Flag, late flag on the play.
Late flag as Pichelny is rocked back a little bit here. And now we've got a personal foul against the Bulldogs.
You can't hit the holder either. You can't hit the kicker, and you can't hit the holder.
22-0 is now your score. 9:41 to go in the third quarter. The Saints on top off of the 47-yard pick six by Burns. And it looks like the officials are huddling near the 10-yard line back deep in New Haven territory.
And that'll bring the score to Bishop Dwenger 23.
See if, in fact,
New
Mark
Haven
Watts
0.
might have an update for us on the Dwenger sidelines. Don't know the status of Amon Clark over there. See if he can get us some word when he can, if he can, is the question. Let's check in with Mark Watts.
Okay, Dr. Sass looked at Amon, and Amon is walking right now around the sidelines. He's jogging right now as I look at him. Dr. Sass is looking at him closely, and so it's a good thing. It's a good sign. At least he's jogging right now, gentlemen.
Yeah,
that's a great sign.
And even if he doesn't play the rest of the game, Dr. Sass is putting him through his paces down here.
I see him practicing his cuts, actually, a little soft, but yeah, that's a great sign.
Because it wasn't pretty.
No, I saw it too up here, Mark. It was not pretty whatsoever.
So, so he's in good hands with Dr. Sassmanhausen, and at least some of the Dwenger faithful can say he's up and jogging. Back to you.
All righty. All right, so the penalty is assessed against the Lures on the against the Bulldogs on the personal foul. And now here is Stegmeyer with the kickoff, and he launches this one into next Tuesday deep out of the end zone. And that's an interesting call there, as he kicked it from the 45-yard line of New Haven.
That's prime onside territory right there, Sean.
Yeah, that's why I said that's an interesting call.
You can try an onside. If you don't get it, they still only get the ball about 30, 35.
Yeah. Well, regardless, here come the New Haven Bulldogs, 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line. Again, your score 23-0. Dwenger on top. What an exciting play that was, that pick six by Burns. But the New Haven Bulldogs, here's another opportunity to get things, get the ship righted here. And Joe, all they need is a break. They need one clean break, because this is a very, very fast, talented team. Under center this time is Moore. Here's a quick give through the middle to the tailback. Big scrum right there at the middle of the line. Not much. Forward progress might give him a yard and a half at the most.
Winklejohn on the stop.
Let's check in with Coach Watts.
We talked at halftime how long they were going to possibly back to that Wildcat, and that was answered quickly.
Right, it really was.
Right.
So obviously, Coach Rowlands decided, nice idea, worked for a while, and then again the penalty hurt them on that screen pass. So they're just kicking themselves in the foot right now. Back to you.
Yeah, you're right. All right, 2nd and 9 coming up for the New Haven Bulldogs. Single setback. Moore in the shotgun. Man in motion now, coming across the line of scrimmage to the close side. They go opposite, quarterback keeper, and he's going to get into the linebacker core before he is wrangled down at about the 27-yard line. So good vision that time by Keyshawn Moore to keep the ball instead of pitching it and finding a seam.
Moore ran the option to the left, which is away from the motion. Motion came left to right and picked up about 4 yards, bringing up a big third down try here for New Haven.
Looks like 3rd and 3 coming up for the Bulldogs at the 27-yard line. Wide out to the right is Woods. 2 wide outs to the left. Single setback. They're going to flow, looking for the option. Here is the pitch. He's got it taken off at the 30, the 35, the 40, getting downfield and knocked out of bounds near the 45-yard line. Of course, the Bulldogs sideline's looking for a penalty that time, but won't get it. But a great run that time by Nishan Jones.
Pushed out of bounds by Mike Hake, and it really, Sean, it wouldn't have surprised me if there was a flag on the play. It was close.
Thinking actually I might have called that one. Was that? I think that might have been Tyon Woods. I'm going to have to double check that, Joe. There was some glare on the screen. I apologize about that. But like I said, 1st and 10 now for New Haven from the 44-yard line. From the shotgun is Moore. Single setback. Here's a quick give through the middle, looking for some room and finding it. Falling forward into the linebacker core is Nishan Jones, number 3. He's going to have a nice gain of about 7 past the midfield stripe down to the 49-yard line.
Winklejohn again on the stop. I'll tell you what, this Nishan Moore, he hits the hole hard and fast.
So another gain of 7. Good positive gain there by New Haven. They break huddle here on 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3, excuse me. More in the shotgun, man in motion, flowing to the left. Now coming back right, play action, looks to throw, looks up, going deep right side. He's got a man. Oh, overthrown and incomplete.
Pass intended for number 2, Woods.
So the intended receiver that time was the speedster, Tyon Woods. And the ball, Joe, was just really off target.
Well, and Woods had beaten Norton.
Yeah.
I mean, he had a step on Norton. I think Norton got caught looking in the backfield for a second, and Woods blew right by him.
Yeah, I think you're right. He had some safety help coming over, but it was not in time. So if that ball was on target, it could have been a huge gain. Here's 3rd and 3 now for New Haven. Twins to the left, wing to the right, wide out right, single setback. More from the shotgun. Looking right, throwing deep across the middle. It's going to be picked off. Oh, how do you drop that one?
Austin Burns was looking at a lot of green in front of him. I think he got excited and it slipped right out of his hand.
Yeah, Burns went up and caught that ball easy peasy, and it just somehow dropped out of his arms. And that's just going to be an incompletion, bringing up a 4th and 3 from the 49-yard line.
He hasn't had one that easy this year.
That's right.
That would have been Austin Burns' 6th interception on the season if he could have held on.
On 4th and 3. Looks like the offense is going to remain on the field here for New Haven, but we've seen this look before. With the pooch punt by the quarterback, but he's got a man behind him now. 4th and 3 from the Dwenger 49-yard line. Option, right side. Here's the pitch, and it will be good enough for a first down to the 45-yard line of Dwenger. As he pitched it late to Nishan Jones, and he will convert.
Sean, you called it. We knew that they were going to run a play when he had a back behind him.
Yes.
Because whenever he's going to punt it, there's nobody behind him. Right. Good catch.
Yeah. All right, so the ball is resting in between the 44 and the 45. Critical conversion there for the Bulldogs. They move the chains and put a 1 on the stick. 7:14 to go in the 3rd quarter, 23-0. Dwenger on top of New Haven. The Bulldogs driving into Dwenger territory at the 44 on 1st and 10. 2 wide left, 1 wide right. Single setback from the shotgun is Moore. Again, they go to the right. Now he tucks it, looks to throw, goes deep. Trying to go after Norton again, and again an incomplete pass. His intended receiver was Tyon Woods. That time Norton was right there, Jim.
I was going to say, that time Norton didn't look in the backfield. He played that perfectly from his cornerback position.
And he did. So that stops the clock with 7:08 to go here in the 3rd quarter. 2nd and 10 from the 45-yard line. Coming up for the Bulldogs.
Saints really haven't blitzed much. We haven't seen much blitzing out of them this game. And you got to believe now that New Haven's up against it, trailing 23-0, you might start seeing Coach Watercutter dial up some blitzes to put some pressure on the quarterback.
That quarterback is number 4, Keyshawn Moore. He's got a single setback behind him on 2nd and long. Option, right side. He tries to find a cut, and he slips down. So not much there, maybe 1, possibly 2. Takes it down to the 43-yard line. That's going to bring up a 3rd and very long now for the Bulldogs. Let's check in with Mark Watts from the sidelines.
I want to ask Joe, why do you think they're running that option to the sideline? They're on their hash and they keep running it to their sideline. You don't have enough really room to make that thing work a whole lot. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm not sure what to think of that, Coach. With their speed and their athletes, you think, if anything, you'd go wide with it. But they just keep running it to the short side of the field.
On 3rd and 9, here's the Bulldogs from the shotgun. They try the middle, and this time he has nothing right there. as he is met at the line of scrimmage and falls forward 59 there, Joe.
Brought down by 59,
Yanko, Frankie Yanko with the stop for the Saints. We give him a yard down to the 42-yard line, and that again brings up a 4th and long for the Bulldogs as the clock continues now down to 6:05 here in the third quarter.
You know, Fred Tone calls Frankie Yanko the flusher.
Here we go.
And he says he calls him the flusher because he puts so much pressure up the middle, it flushes the backs and quarterbacks out to those ends. You're just getting great numbers this season. The flusher.
On 4th and 8, trips to the left, one wide right. Working off the right hash mark. Here's the snap. Moore looks to throw, looks right. He's got pressure, and he gets the ball away after being tackled. So that is an incomplete pass to Bryce Hall. Great composure that time by Keyshawn Moore to get that ball away, but it's all for naught.
Turnover on downs. Bishop Dwenger Saints will take over now. Let's see who's going to come in at tailback. As Amon Clark was hurt during the last possession for the Saints.
So it looks like Piccioni is out there as quarterback. And let's see.
Jack Harris,
number 36. That is Harris, number 36, lining up his tailback. He's going to be offset to the right. Wing left, wide out left and right. Here's the snap. Fake to Harris, play action, going right side, fly, and miss that time. So the incomplete pass to Fetterspiel. They connected on that one previously,
they
Joe,
did.
and that time it was just out of his outstretched hands.
Just a little high.
Yeah. Well, folks, Hubcap Express is the expert in run flat tires and plus size fitment. If you need your wheels straightened, Hubcap Express fixes bent rims. For all your tire needs, visit hubcapexpress.com or check them out in person at 606 West Coliseum Boulevard. On 2nd and 10 for the Saints. Twins to the right, one wide left. Low snap this time. Quarterback decides to keep it. Finds a seam. Pushing forward is Piccioni, and he drives that DB back across the midfield stripe for it looks like could be a Dwenger first down.
That play started out looking real ugly, John.
Yeah, it did.
And Piccioni made chicken salad out of chicken feathers right there by picking the snap up off the ground and running it right up the middle it's a Saints first down.
That it is. Across the midfield stripe, they mark it at the 47-yard line of New Haven. Again, 5:30 to go here in the in the third quarter. 23-0 is your score. Dwenger on top and driving with a fresh set of downs off of the Piccioni 10.5-yard run. Harris now getting some final instructions right behind the quarterback, Piccioni. Here is the snap. Again, a low snap. Play action. Looks to throw. Throws right. He's got a man. He is hit, and he is dropped. The ball is separated, and that's going to be an incomplete pass. Ryan Berghoff, number 86, the receiver, he got lit up.
It looked to me, well, I checked with Mark Watts, but it looked to me like maybe they were in zone out there, and that cornerback was just sitting on that play.
Yeah.
I got it.
Go ahead, Mark. What do you have?
All right, you're exactly right, Joe. And that was close to being a catch. He took like a step and fumbled it. If that would have been on replay, I think New Haven has the football. Back to you.
All right. Well, that is an incomplete pass on first down. Brings up a 2nd and 10 from the 47-yard line of New Haven. Dwenger driving right to left on your radio dial. Piccioni from the shotgun with a single setback as Harris. Here's a pitch to Harris. Left side, short side. Gets to the 45. Gets to the 40. Finds a seam. Gets knocked out of bounds near the 35-yard line.
That's going to be another first down.
That it will. How he found that edge and stayed inside for about 5 additional yards, I don't know, but he did.
Slippery little rascal.
That's exactly right. Jack Harris on the run for the Saints and another first down. Down to the 35-yard line. Under 5 minutes to go here in the third quarter now. Dwenger with a fresh set of downs.
Mike Hake bringing the play in. Jack Harris checks out.
Again, the Saints taking their time on this 1st and 10. They get up to the line of scrimmage with 7 seconds to go on the play clock. Piccioni has a single man behind him. Here's a snap, pitch, far side right. That is Hake. Finds a seam, cuts it back left through the middle, still on his feet, pushing a defender down to about the 24-yard line before he is taken down. That could very well be enough for a first down again for the Saints.
We haven't seen a sweep or a pitch out of the Saints the entire game, and here we've seen 2 in a row. Nice adjustment by the offensive staff of the Saints. They've been having trouble, challenge running up the middle, and of course, Amon Clark's out of the game. So they're going to run it outside now just to keep the New Haven defense honest.
That's exactly right, and it is enough for a Dwenger first down off of the Mike Hake run. He's going to stay in there as a split back along with Winklejohn. 2 wide outs to the left side, 1 wide right. From the shotgun, Piccioni awaits a snap, again a low snap, and they go to the first man through. That is Hake trying his way around the left side,
with the ball.
and he is not going to get much. He's going to be tackled at about the 23-yard
Down by
line.
number 7, Pope.
So maybe 1 on that play. Mark Watts, what do you have?
I just think it's a great job, the Dwenger offensive coaches. You call plays to your strengths of your backs. And Hake must be a better runner going outside and picking those holes. So I just think Corey Kitchen should be, commended for knowing his strengths and going to them. Back to you.
Good point.
Call that a gain of 2, bringing up a 2nd and 8 for the Saints. Zach Norton now in. He's going to be a wide out on the short side left. We've got a wide out right and a wing on both sides. Here's a snap. Piccioni looks to throw, going across the middle, crossing pattern. Oh,
right in his hands.
Fetterspiel had it. Or was it knocked away at the last second? I don't know. Oh boy, what a rocket that Piccioni threw right into the bread basket. Mark, what'd you see down there?
I was right there on the 5-yard line. He dropped it.
Oh,
yeah,
man.
It looked like it was right in his hand.
Yeah.
It was, and he shook his head. So my bad. Back to you.
There you go. Well, the incompletion stops the clock with 3:33 to go here in the third quarter. Saints with a 3rd and long 8. They're up 23-0 on New Haven. Split backs, wide out left and right. Piccioni in the shotgun. Here's a snap, play action, rolling to the right this time. Piccioni, he's got pressure, wings it up in the air, double coverage, and incomplete pass. Tremendous job that time. I think that was that Fetterspiel?
It looks like Fetterspiel, and I'll tell you what, Fetterspiel turned into a defensive
That's
back.
exactly what he did.
That ball was going to be intercepted, was going to be a sure interception, and he went to the high point, they call it. He just jumped to the high point and knocked that ball down.
That's exactly right. So let's see here. That brings up a 4th and long, and it looks like the Saints offense will remain on the field. Again, the ball is at the 23-yard line, just outside the red zone. Hake is going to be, that's Jack Harris in the tailback position, and the Saints want to talk about it. So they're going to call a timeout with 3:26 to go in the third quarter.
On behalf of the
Again, your score 23-0. The Saints on top. We're going to step out for a 30-second break. You're listening to IHSA High School Football Playoff action right here on Redeemer Radio 106.3 FM.
Shawnee Construction and Engineering is proud to support tonight's game. We specialize in commercial and industrial construction and use unique life cycle principles to provide our clients the highest quality craftsmanship for the life of the project. Shawnee Construction and Engineering are partners with you for lifetime savings. We can be found at ShawneeConstruction.com or at 260-489-1234. That's 260-489-1234.
We are back to live action here. The timeout on the field is nearly over as the Bishop Dwenger Saints are facing a long 4th and 8. Real quickly, let's check in with Nick Gray.
Well, you wouldn't believe it, guys, but Homestead's up on Carroll right now, 21-13, so that's kind of exciting. The other one, Bishop Luers is handily beating Yorktown 26-0, and Belmont's up on Concordia 31-7. So back up to you, guys.
On 4th and 8, here is Amon Clark, the featured tailback here as they spread the offense out. Piccioni looks to throw. He's got some pressure. He gives it to Clark out of the backfield. He's inside the 20, down at about the 18-yard line, and he will not have enough for a Saints first down. But great to see Amon Clark back out on the field, Joe.
It sure is, and he looked pretty good there.
That he did.
The Bulldogs will take over on
So
downs.
a little outlet pass to Amon Clark, and he was not able to convert a first down, but the New Haven Bulldogs still a tough road to hoe inside their own 20 as they take over 1st and 10 at the 18-yard line. Mark Watts, what do you have?
What a boring game. There's only been 23 points. Last week, Sean, there's about 70.
I know, right?
That we were watching.
Yeah.
Come on. Back to you.
You bet. Last week.
What a night that was.
Yeah, oh boy, good heavens. Yeah, here are the Bulldogs, 1st and 10. Little Wildcat, they're going back to it now. And that is a direct snap to number 3 for the Wildcats. That's Nishan Jones. He's going to get up to about the 20, so not much there, bringing up a 2nd and 9.
Well, the Bulldogs didn't like what their back to their normal offense did for them the first couple of series. So splashing in a little bit of the Wildcat here.
You bet. Keyshawn Moore, number 4, comes in from the sideline with the play. And let's see, he is going to line up as the quarterback with a single setback. And they're going to spread things out to the left side with one to the right. Here's a snap, play action, looks to throw, going deep, right side. He's got a man, it is caught near the midfield stripe is number 2, Tyon Woods, who burns the Saints defense.
Norton again, I think he was looking back again in the backfield, and he's just got to play corner right now.
So a great throw and catch that time for New Haven, gives them a fresh set of downs in Dwenger territory. Mark Watts, what do you have?
The difference, that was in the middle of the field, so he had some room to work. They've been throwing those other 2 on that from the hash. So it was a much better angle, much better throw. Back to you.
And a beautiful throw it was. You're absolutely right. So 1st and 10 now for the Bulldogs at the 45 of Dwenger. Same formation, quarterback keeper, Wildcat this time, and he's going to be hitting the backfield for a loss as number 3, Nishan Jones, fakes the pitch and tries to go right, and he met a wall of defenders.
Starting with number 90, Hall
with the tackle.
So we'll call that a loss of 1 to the 46.
Amon Clark is also playing defense, Sean.
Yeah.
He's on the field.
Corner on the far side of the field there. 2nd and 11 for the Bulldogs. Single setback, trips to the left, one wide right. Here's a snap, going again to the right, and it is caught by Bryce at the 40-yard line. And no yards after the catch as Norton is right there.
Down by 21, Norton.
And that's going to bring up a 3rd and 6. Ball racing at the 41-yard line. Under 2 minutes to go now. 1:54. They stop the clock with the ball going out of bounds. 23-0 is your score. The Saints on top, getting ready to round out third quarter action.
Lewis Garrett is in the game, an outside linebacker for Mike Hay.
Trips left, one right. Single setback. Moore in the shotgun. Here's a snap. Screen. Left side. It is caught. Putting on the Jets is number 2 for New Haven. Looking for some room. He is deep into the territory. The 10, the 5. Touchdown, New Haven. Boy, I think he about outran every Dwenger defender on that side of the field. And New Haven scores from the 41-yard line.
Big play. We knew they were capable of that, and we saw it right there, Sean.
Yes, indeed. Tyon Woods, number 2 for the New Haven Bulldogs, on a 41-yard screen play to the left side. And the Bulldogs are on the board with 1:42 to go here in the third quarter. As they prepare for the PAT, let's check in with Mark Watt.
Thanks, Sean. It was right in front of me, and Dwenger couldn't get lined up properly in time. So that screen pass worked because of Dwenger's a little bit incapacity to get out there lined up. Back to you.
Probably a player personnel issue. Joe talked about some clean jerseys getting in there, so that could have been it. But let's check on Bonilla's PAT, and it is no good. So the kick is wide, and we've got 23-6 now, your score with 1:42 to go here in the third quarter. We're going to step out for a 30-second break. You're listening to playoff football action right here on Redeemer Radio 106.3 FM. Bulldogs are on the board here with 1:42 to go here in the third quarter. 23-6 is your score on a 41-yard screen play from Moore to Woods. And now they prepare to kick off. Ball is at the 40-yard line. And it looks like Juan Bonilla getting ready to punt this one away. To kick this one away, I should say, from the tee. Kicking left to right on your radio dial. 2 men back deep, Almon Clark and Zach Norton for the Saints. This one is a great kick taken at the 1-yard line by Almon Clark right through the middle. A wall is set up. He's at the 25-yard line, the 30, getting tackled from behind. And Almon Clark is taken down. Did the ball squirt out again is the question. I think they might call a fumble near the 38-yard line.
New Haven ball.
New Haven ball.
So Clark fumbles twice, and he hasn't fumbled all season. He gives 2 away.
And it's almost
here in the third quarter.
The exact same spot. Almost exactly in the same spot. So New Haven with some Momo now. They score a touchdown and now cause a fumble. And they are back in business in Dwenger territory. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Lamont Clark's hitting his helmet with his hand. He's very upset with himself for not hanging on to that ball.
Indeed.
We just have not seen him put the ball on the ground all season.
No, absolutely not. And now let's see, we got a new ball being put into play here.
From the 39.
And let's see what New Haven does. Can they go for a quick strike opportunity is the question. Trip to the right on the short side. 1 wide left with a single setback. Moore is the quarterback. He looks right, going deep to the right side, again testing that corner, and this is going to be incomplete. Not even close.
Well, and I don't know if Zach Norton's the guy you want to keep
Yeah,
going after.
exactly.
You know, he does, and he's caught Zach napping a little bit a couple times, but I don't know that you want to keep throwing it towards Zach.
I wouldn't go to that well too often. Let's see what they do here on 2nd and 10, 1:28 to go in the third quarter.
Zach Norton has 3 interceptions on the season.
Keyshawn Moore comes in from the sideline with the play. In the backfield will be Nishan Jones. Again, trips package to the right, 1 wide left. Operating from the center of the field. He's looking right, stunt package on defense. Gets out there and overthrows the receiver in the flats to the right side. That was number 5, the intended receiver for the New Haven Bulldogs, Jackson.
Sean, how big is that missed PAT by the Bulldogs? They're still down 3 scores. If they do that, they're just down 2 and 2-point conversions. But they're down 3 scores.
That they are. Well, the play clock stops, the game clock stops at 1:23 on the incomplete pass. And now 3rd and 10 for the Bulldogs. Can they convert off of the turnover is the question. Moore in the shotgun with a single setback. They move the trips to the left side, 1 wide right. Here's a snap, options, right side. It is a pitch, caught in the backfield. It gets to the line of scrimmage, and not much more is Jones, who gets wrangled down at about the 36-yard line.
You know, I talked to Ernie Bodrad this week, the coach of the Saints, and he said he had some concerns this week coming off 2 games against Wayne, where his starters didn't see a lot of snaps. He was worried that their practices weren't very physical, so he amped it up, and they went full go for 15 minutes on Tuesday and Wednesday because he felt like they were losing some of their physicality because of their opponent the last 2 weeks.
Yeah. Well, they hold that play to a gain of about 3, maybe 4. It's going to bring up a 4th and 7. Under a minute to play here in the third quarter. And this is clearly 4-down territory for the Bulldogs. Twins left, twins right, and a single setback. Moore. Oh, now we've got a flag. Oh, boy, this is not what the Bulldogs needed. Everybody knew the play count except the center. And that's going to be a free 5 yards for the Saints.
And Moore, he took that snap and he was looking right at Zach Norton.
Yeah, he was.
I mean, he was.
Yeah.
That must be where they decided they wanted to go.
And you know, Joe, we don't know. Maybe that's where this quarterback can throw.
Maybe that's thrown to his right. Is maybe
that's
he's
it.
comfortable doing.
Yeah. Well, they assess the penalty back to the 41-yard line. That's going to bring up a 4th and 12. You start the clock again. 25 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. The Bulldogs line up with trips to the right on the short side, 1 wide left on the far side. Single setback, and we call a timeout here with 18.3 seconds remaining. So we're going to step out. High drama here in the end of the third quarter, and the score is 23-6. The Bulldogs trailing the Bishop Dwenger Saints. We're back in 30. You're listening to Redeemer Radio 106.3.
Participating in the state cross-country meet tomorrow at Terre Haute. Good luck, especially New Haven's Derek Lorenz. Competing at 10 a.m. tomorrow at Terre Haute in the state cross-country championship meet.
Retrofit your athletics with high-quality insulation. When we're finished, we'll stay running, hopefully save money, and heating bills as well. Monco, the #1 heating insulation since 1857. Call today at 432-74.
Back to live action here at New Haven High School, where the Bulldogs trail the Saints 23-6. New Haven with the ball, facing a 4th and 12 situation here after the penalty. They burned a timeout to talk about this play. The ball resting at the 41-yard line of the Saints. Timeout is over, and the Bulldogs will line up with an empty backfield, trips to the left side, 2 wide right. From the shotgun is Moore. We've seen him punt from this here, but he's going to start to throw. Slips a little bit. He has to break contain. Oh, the ball is now out.
Fumbled.
And a lineman picks it up and advances it back to about the 41-yard line. So he was trying to get something done back there as the pocket collapsed. Big pressure on the outside, and they turn the ball over.
Looked like Colin Burns there putting pressure on the quarterback, causing the fumble.
Yeah, that play just fell apart for the Bulldogs, and it looked like he tried to chuck it forward, and the ball came loose and picked up by a lineman. He advanced it forward and takes it to the 41-yard line. And that is exactly where the Bishop Dwenger Saints will take over. 1st and 10. Moving now right to left on your radio dial. Could be the last play of the third quarter with 9.8 seconds remaining on the clock. It's only under center this time with an I formation. Here's the snap, give to the tailback. That's Winklejohn, right side. Bowls his way forward, falls forward of the 45.
Power football.
That's exactly right. And that could very well be the kind of game we see for the Saints for the remainder of this game.
Just keep pounding at them.
Yep, that's exactly right. That's going to do it for the third quarter of action. Stick around, folks. 12 more minutes of play, and then after that, we are going to see who goes to the sectional championship game. 23-6 is your score. The Bishop Dwenger Saints on top of the New Haven Bulldogs. We're back in 30 seconds. You're listening to Playoff Football right here on Redeemer Radio, 106.3 FM.
Actively engaged in opportunities to lead a healthy lifestyle. Good luck to all teams participating, and thank you for your continued support.
Enjoy excellent personal service and save money with your new loan or credit card. We'll also be giving money back to the participating parish or school you care about. Let Notre Dame Federal Credit Union elevate all participating parishes or schools. Elevate can be reached at 844-230-6611 or visit us online at ndelevate.com. Independent from the university.
Welcome back to fourth quarter action, ladies and gentlemen. The Bishop Dwenger Saints are facing a 2nd and 5 coming up from their own 46-yard line. 12 minutes left to play in this contest. 23-6 is your score. Saints pitch only under center with an I formation, 2 wideouts to the left side. Here's a snap, get to the tailback. Looking around the right side is the tailback. That is Winklejohn, number 42. Nice gainer, won't have enough for a first down, but it's going to bring up a 3rd and short.
Sean, interesting third quarter. The Saints, Pichelny was 0 for 5 throwing in that third quarter, did not complete a pass. And Amon Clark put the ball, lost 2 fumbles, and he hasn't lost a fumble all season. So very peculiar third down.
Indeed.
For Bishop.
Ball resting right at the 50-yard line. Again, that same power I formation. On 3rd and 1. Here's the snap, get to the tailback. That is Winklejohn again with a nice first down. Gets into the linebacker core, down inside the 40 to the 39-yard line.
Big play for Winklejohn, and there was 8 in the box. I mean, New Haven had committed to stopping the run because they think what we think, that they're just going to pound at them.
Yep.
And big run there, big hole by the left side.
He went off tackle left. Mark Watts, what do you have?
This has Ernie Bodrab all over it.
Yeah.
He's saying, okay, boys, we're up. We're going to pound it. We're not going to throw it. We're going to win this and get out of here. And Ernie, this is his football right here. Back to you.
On 1st and 10, again, the Saints line up with an I formation, twins to the right side. Pichelny under center. Here's a snap, tailback. That is Winklejohn again, right side, or end around.
Winklejohn with the ball.
Just punishing defenders as they come after him.
Well, and I think it's taken effect. This power running game is taking effect on the defensive line. I was watching the defensive line play. They're right in front of them. And they're just standing up and catching the offensive linemen. I think fatigue is starting to set in.
I think you're right. 10 minutes and 35 seconds remaining in the contest. Saints up 23-6, and they have gone to a ground game that is punishing the New Haven Bulldogs defense right now. And Winklejohn is again lined up as the tailback. Jack Harris in front of him as the fullback. Twins to the left side. Pichelny under center. On 2nd and 3. Here's the snap, give to Winklejohn, right side, puts his shoulder into it. This time the defense catches him at the 31-yard line. Maybe gets a yard, not much more there.
Looked like the hole was really potentially inside there, and Winklejohn the last couple has gotten away with bouncing it out. He's really not the bounce it out type of back.
No. Yeah.
and the defense was there for him.
No, he doesn't have that hop step that Amon Clark's got. Okay, so we'll call that a gain of 1, bringing up a 3rd and 2. Ball is at the 31-yard line. Again, that same formation. Tight end left side with twins to the left. Piccioni under shotgun. Under center, excuse me. Give to Winklejohn, left side, inside tackle, falls forward. I think he's got enough at about the 27, maybe the 28-yard line.
He will have enough. That's going to move the chains.
He needed to get past the 30, and he did. So a 1st and 10 coming up on the back of Winklejohn and company, keeping it on the ground, inside tackle, outside tackle, and just pounding that ball down the field.
1st down, Bishop Dwenger.
So they call it officially the 28-yard line. 1st and 10 now for the Saints with 9:15 to go in the contest.
Amon Clark now back in the game.
And a little different formation here. Winklejohn's going to move out to the wing on the right. Amon Clark in the single setback. From the shotgun is Piccioni. Here's a snap pitch, right side. Amon Clark has it, looking for the seam. He's got the seam. Inside the 25 down to about the 23.
13, Clark.
Nice pickup there on the pitch to Clark for about 5 yards, 6 yards.
Brought down by number 9, Upshaw.
Mark Watts, what do you have for us?
I think it's important that they get him back in the game and not fumble. All right, he fumbled twice. He hasn't fumbled all year. And it's just important to get him some confidence back before next week. Back to you.
Great call. So the ball is at the 23-yard line, bringing up a 2nd and 5 for the Saints. Single setback is Clark. Again, Winklejohn in the wing to the right, wide out left and right. Heavy package left. Here's a snap. Pitch to the right side is Clark looking for a seam. Ducks under one tackle, gets to the 20, and not much more there. So he won't have enough for a 1st down, but he gets it ever so close. Looks like 3rd and 1 coming up for the Saints.
And Winklejohn's a little slow to get up. He's gimpy.
But he is.
Looks like a lower leg problem there.
He's going to hop off the field, rub some dirt on it. Hopefully he'll be all right.
Premagizic.
Let's check in with Nick Gray.
Well, guys, we got a shootout going on out at Homestead right now. Homestead's beating Carroll 28-26. Carroll just scored, called a timeout, thinking about going for 2. So back up to you.
3rd and about 1.5, maybe 2 here for the Saints. Ball resting right at the red zone stripe at the 20. Piccioni checks off. He's in the shotgun with split backs. Hard count coming up. Here's a snap. Give to Amon. Breaks it outside, left side, looking for the edge. Great pursuit, no deal. Great pursuit that time by the Bulldogs. And Amon Clark is not able to break up field and get that 1st down.
The Saints have only converted 1 3rd down all night. They are 1 out of 10.
Loss on the play, back to the 21-yard line. That's going to bring up a 4th and 3 for the Saints. Clock continuing to grind down. 7:14 to go in the contest. Again, your score 23-6. Saints on top. On 4th and 3, the offense remaining on the field. Piccioni in the shotgun. Single setback with a wing to the right. Here's a snap. Quarterback keeper, inside left side. He's got the 1st down and more as he gets inside the 10-yard line. Great run by Piccioni to keep the drive alive.
All right, Sean, I know you're not going to believe me when I tell you this, but right before that ball snap, I'm thinking fake it to Clark and Piccioni go on that quarterback counter. Everybody's coming after Clark when they show him the ball. So I know you're going to think I made that up, but I didn't.
1st and goal coming up for the Saints. That's a real call, not an imaginary one like Joe Warden has.
I should have just kept my mouth shut.
Could be. All right, 1st and goal again from the 7-yard line for the Saints. They're going to have an I formation. Piccioni's going to be under center. Amon Clark, the tailback. Harris in front of him. They give it to Clark inside, right through the middle.
13, Clark
He's going to get down to the 5, maybe the 4, depending on the spot. And more importantly, the clock continues to become a factor here.
Mark's right down there watching this. I just watched the purple jerseys when quarterback turned to give to Clark. All those purple jerseys flying to the line of scrimmage. If you have that play action off of that I formation, fake it to Clark, maybe pop a tight end out in the corner.
Let's see what they do here on 2nd and 4. should say second and goal from the 4. Single set back now. Wide out left and right. Here's the pitch. Left side, Amon Clark looking for a seam. Cuts it back. Gets inside the 5. Down to about the 2. And not much more there.
I've been impressed with the tackling of New Haven all night.
Very much so.
You really haven't seen them miss too many tackles. When they're in position to make the play, they've made it.
Yep. Yeah, great pursuit angles and very good tackling. Sound fundamentals being on display here for the New Haven Bulldogs. Just over 5 minutes to go here in the contest, and Dwenger is now threatening on a third and goal from the 2-yard line. They break huddle. They're going to have 2 wide outs to the right side. I formation. Piccioni's going to be in the shot under center. They go heavy right. Here's a snap. Give to the tailback. Amon Clark bowls his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Bishop Dwenger.
Touchdown, Bishop Dwenger, number 13.
Right behind the block of Jack Harris. Amon Clark gets in for his 18th touchdown of the season.
A 2-yard run by Amon Clark with 4:59 to go here in the contest. Pushes the score 29-6. The Bishop Dwenger Saints on top. Bean comes in, number 44, the long snapper for the Saints. They break huddle and come to the line, and it looks like Wake and Sejo will be in to chip this one in. Piccioni will be the holder at the 10-yard line. Wayne Consejo's attempt is up. It looks good from here, and it is. All right, so at 4:59, the PAT is good. The Bishop Dwenger Saints on top of the New Haven Bulldogs, 30-6. Stick around, folks. We're back in 30 seconds. You're listening to playoff football action right here on Redeemer Radio 106.3 FM.
Final score, Belmont 38, Concordia 7.
Ortho Northeast has been serving the community for over 50 years with offices in 3 convenient locations. The location there is due. Dr. John Pritchard, a board-certified orthopedic surgeon with 20 years of experience with O&P and can assist you with the best treatment plan for your knee or shoulder pain. Dr. John Pritchard is looking forward to meeting you or helping with all
Homestead currently leading Carroll 28-26 in the 4th.
8551 or visit the web at www.orthome.com.
Folks, you can help support your Catholic parish or school and help yourself in the process with Notre Dame Federal Credit Union's Elevate program. Call Elevate at 844-230-6611. Visit them online at ndelevate.com to learn more. Here is the Stegmeyer's kickoff, and it is going to be fielded at about the 8-yard line. 10, 15, 20, 25, right through the middle. And take it down near the 27-yard line is the return man for the Bulldogs. And that's where they will take over, 1st and 10. Let's check in real fast with Nick Gray, who's got some scores and highlights from around the area.
Well, guys, we're starting to get some finals now. Right now, we've got Woodland did beat Eastside 13-14. Belmont beat Concordia 38-7. Leo did beat Southside 41-0. The big game I'm watching right now is Homestead's up on Carroll 28-26 with 2 minutes and 26 seconds left to go in that game. Carroll has the ball, though. Back up to you.
All right, great stuff, Nick. We'll check in with him before the end of the game is over. Here is a halfback pass by New Haven going deep and looking for number 5 and incomplete that time. He did have a step on the defender, but Jackson cannot come down with it. So on 1st and 10, the Bulldogs try some trickeration to start this drive. And they don't come up with anything good right there.
The old sweet pass, Sean.
That's it.
Oldie but a goodie.
Yes, indeed. So Keyshawn Moore, the quarterback here. On 2nd and 10. Ball resting at the 27-yard line of the Bulldogs. From the shotgun, here's a little direct snap action. Going to the right side, looking for some room and not finding much is number 3, Nishan Jones.
Number 3, Jones with the ball.
He's going to be tackled for a loss. At the 20.
Tackled by number 59, Yanko.
26-yard line. Well, that's kind of a shocker right there that Belmont knocked off Concordia.
Well, it really is. Remember, Belmont got beat last game of the regular season by East Noble pretty bad, 28-7.
Yeah.
And they must have really put it together to take it to the cadets.
Turnaround story. They're playing for a sectional championship next week. Here is the snap on 3rd and 11. They fade to the right, throw back, and again across the grain. But great defense right there by Zach Norton, staying with his receiver, number 1, Bryce Hall, to make the play in open field and a gain of 0. Mark Watts, what do you have?
All right, number 59 out here. I'm just enjoying him. Yanko is all over the place. He's just tackled someone here on the sideline, and he got up and he just was excited, and he ran back to the huddle. That time he just creamed the quarterback, and he just got up, helped him up, ran back. I'm telling you, I love him.
Only a junior, Mark, as well. Yeah. Frankie Yanko, Frankie the Flusher.
All right, on 4th down, here's a quick kick by the New Haven Bulldogs. Again, very short, and it's going to roll to a stop near the midfield stripe. It's going to stay actually in this territory. So it looks like the Bishop Dwenger Saints will have 49 yards to go for another score with 3 minutes and 15 seconds. 30-6 is your score. Bishop Dwenger on top. And all signs are pointing to it right now, Joe Wharton, that the Bishop Dwenger Saints will play for a sectional championship next week.
And that'll be at Zollner Stadium against Leo.
The Leo Lions.
And that should be a game.
That is going to be a game and a half. Stick around at RedeemerRadio.com, folks, and check out our sports page. Again, we've got options available as the Bishop Luers Knights move on tonight. They, too, will play for a sectional championship next week.
Against Belmont.
Against the whatever you need Larry gets, Belmont Braves.
The turtle offense.
That's right. 1st and 10 for the Saints, and here is Piccioni on an option left, has trouble getting out of the backfield, decides to keep it and falls forward for a gain. Let's see where they're going to mark this at the 46-yard line, in between the 46 and 45. Again, they've got a very short field here to go for a score. And 2 minutes and 50 seconds remaining in the contest. 32 is the score, and it looks again that the Saints fire out of that huddle and run up to the line and are ready to play ball. 2 wideouts to the right, 1 wide left, and a single setback. Here is the snap. Play action, quarterback keeper this time through the middle, dancing through the line of scrimmage, getting into the secondary is Blake Piccioni down to the 30-yard line of the Bulldogs.
Nice run by Blake Piccioni. Again, the big boys. This offensive line for the Bishop Dwenger Saints, they average 6'1", nearly 260 pounds, and they're just getting a nice push now on this defensive front of the Bulldogs.
That they are. That moves the chains here. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. So again, the Bishop Dwenger Saints moving deeper into the New Haven Bulldog territory. They took over at the 49. Now 19 yards later, they're at the 30 with a fresh set of downs. Piccioni in the shotgun with a single setback wing to the right. 2 wideouts to the right as well. Quick give to Armand Clark through the middle of the line. Breaks 1 tackle. He's got 10. He's got 13 before he's wrangled down inside the red zone, close to the 12-yard line.
Nishan Jones on the far side of the field makes the stop for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, let's see. We've got 2 minutes to go here.
A lot of hands on hips right now if you're looking at the Bulldog defense, Sean.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Well, their season is coming to an end, and they are tired, and this offense here in the 4th quarter has done nothing but bull rush them. So, I'd be tired too.
You would too. I'm tired just watching.
Yeah. Okay, so again, the Saints get into the red zone, 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line of the Bulldogs. Wing to the right with a single setback. Here's a snap. Piccioni gives to the tailback. Right side, inside trap. Harris runs in. Touchdown, Bishop Dwenger Saints. Harris, number 36, runs into the end zone on a 17-yard score with 1:31 left to go in the contest.
I'll tell you what, Jack Harris did a nice job. He was patient. He had to wait for the big guard to get across the hole.
Yep.
And he waited, and as soon as that guard went through the hole, he followed him through. That was a great job by Jack Harris.
So a 17-yard run by Harris puts 6 more points on the board for the Saints. And we've got 1:31 remaining here in the contest. And it looks like, is that Blake Piccioni? No, I think we've got a new kicker in here for the Bishop Dwenger Saints. I think that's actually number 20, Tomlinson, who's going to try the PAT. The kick is up, and it is good.
And the extra
All
point
right,
is
so
good.
Tomlinson's
Bringing the
PAT
score
is
to
good
Bishop
for the
Dwenger,
Bishop Dwenger Saints,
37, New Haven
extending
6.
their lead, 37-6 right now in the waning moments of the game. We're back in 30 seconds, folks. You're listening to IHS AA playoff football action right here on WRDF, Redeemer Radio 106.3 FM.
Hello, I'm Tom Steele with Tom Steele Tire and Auto Repair, a family-owned business for over 35
Final
years.
score, Homestead
We carry
35,
all
Carroll
major brands of
26.
new tires, as well as a large selection of quality used tires to save you money. We do all types of auto repairs, be it brakes, alignment, or just fix your air conditioning. Tom Steele Tire, North Clinton or Illinois Road. Give us a try. You'll be glad you did.
Back to
Jackson
live
Woods
action
back to
here
receive.
at New Haven High School, where the Bishop Dwenger Saints are on top of the Bulldogs 37-6 with 1:31 to go here, awaiting the kickoff. Let's check in with Mark Watts.
I think this is the best crew I've ever seen on the sidelines down here with the chain gang. Great job, guys. Back to you.
Number 5, Jackson
All
with the ball.
Good stuff there, Mark. Pointing out some everyday heroes for us. All right, so Stegmeyer's kick is a good one, and the return man for the Bulldogs takes it to the 20-yard line.
Hall again on the stop.
Hall stops Jackson, Tremont Jackson, number 5. We talked about him quite a lot tonight, doing a fine job for the Bulldogs. And let's see where they will take over. 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line. Again, tough road to hoe here, 37-6 for the New Haven Bulldogs. So again, barring any real significant miracles, the Bishop Dwenger Saints will move on to play for a sectional title against Leo next week. Here is the New Haven Bulldogs still fighting and turning on 1st and 10. Around the right side is number 3 on the carry, Nishon Jones.
Number 3, Jones with the ball.
23-yard line.
Yanko on the stop.
Gain of a couple, bringing up a 2nd and 8. And we are now about 1 minute out from a Dwenger victory as Bevan Hall, number 6, checks in for the Bulldogs. And he's going to line up as a quarterback here with an I formation behind him. Looks over the defense. Clock continuing to tick down. And it looks like maybe a victory formation here. No. Quick give to the fullback through the middle. Yanko and company is right there, stands him up. Can't bring him down, but forward progress stops him after a gain of 1 maybe. Near the 25-yard line.
37, Graham with the ball.
That may do it. 25, 24, 23. They don't have to run a play, and I don't think they're going to. And that's going to do it, ladies and gentlemen. The Bishop Dwenger Saints have won tonight over the New Haven Bulldogs. Your final score, 37-6. So a Saints victory, 37-6 tonight over the New Haven Bulldogs. We're going to see if we can get the reaction of Coach Ernie Bodrab here after the teams go to the victory line. They are lining up now at the 50-yard line. We're going to step out for a little 30-second break. When we come back, we'll have Coach Ernie Bodrab's reaction. Stick around, folks. This is high school football on Redeemer Radio 106.3 FM.
When you're looking for a bank to call home, it's hard to know where to turn. So many offer the same products, services, and rates. So why choose First Federal Bank? Well, at First Federal Bank, we're more than just a bank. We're your partner, friend, and neighbor. And just like you, we're proud to call this community home. By empowering our employees to make global decisions, we're investing in our community, one customer at a time. That's what makes us better together. First Federal Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Now we are back to live action, ladies and gentlemen. Let's send it down to the sidelines with Mark Watts, who has Coach Ernie Bodrab.
Coach, congratulations. I just want to have one observation. After that fumble, you didn't pass after that. Did you have a little bit to say about that?
No, they did that on their own. But we thought that we could still run the ball at them, and that's where we're going to find the most success, running the clock as well.
You just have to be proud of your kids. Tell us about your team and their effort tonight.
They came back. I think the last 2 weeks really hurt us. I was looking up in the sky. It's cloudy. I was looking what kind of a moon it was because we played in a funk for 3 quarters, and we didn't really start playing until that last quarter. We really had to get them up. Things weren't coming as easily as it has been the last 2 weeks, and we got to get back into championship mode. And we can't play like this in weeks to come. We got to get better.
And this is your first time to a sectional championship?
First time.
All right, congratulations, Coach.
Thank you.
All right, Coach Ernie Beaudrab down with Mark Watts with some post-game reaction. Again, reporting 37-6 is the final score here at New Haven High School. The Bishop Dwenger Saints have beaten the New Haven Bulldogs to advance to a sectional championship game next week. And just a reminder, folks, that Redeemer Radio has one travel sponsor, and that's H&L Electric. Specializing in the commercial electrical needs for the business community, H&L Electric can handle the smallest to the largest projects for your business. Give Pete Henry a call at 260-357-0123. We're going to step out for our final 30-second break, and when we come back, we are going to sign off. So, again, folks, reporting 37-6 is your final score, and we are back in 30 seconds.
Matthew F. Hatfield, a health insurance specialist for those aged 65 and older, and for those under age 65 receiving Social Security disability. Matt provides Medicare supplement plans, Medicare Part D prescription drug plans, Medicare Advantage plans, dental, vision, and hearing aid insurance plans, and long-term care insurance plans. For taking good care during the best years of your life, call Matthew F. Hatfield at 484-6606.
We are back to live action here, ladies and gentlemen, reporting a final score of 37-6 and a beautiful sight here at the middle of the field. Both teams taking a knee for a prayer together, the New Haven Bulldogs and the Bishop Dwenger Saints. It's a fantastic, beautiful thing. High school football right here at its finest in Northeast Indiana. Folks, our post-game sponsor tonight is Bishop Lewis High School, a Catholic educational community that instills in each student dignity, integrity, respect, and responsibility. You can catch the Lures spirit at www.bishoplures.org. A final check-in with Nick Gray. Nick, what do you have for us?
Well, first of all, you said it, Sean. That was a beautiful experience to be part of that prayer with both teams at center of the field there. So that was wonderful. But other great game tonight. Homestead did end up beating Carroll 35-26. What an upset there. Concord's beating Northside 21-13. And the winner of that game will take on the winner of the Snyder-Goshen game. And right now, Snyder's up 42-10. Leo did end up beating Southside. So like you reported earlier, Bishop Dwenger will be playing Leo next week, I believe at Zollner Stadium. Bishop Lures is beating Yorktown 33-7, and they just started the fourth quarter over there because they started at 7:30 this evening to let Yorktown travel north. So Whitco did end up beating Cherubusco 34-27. Woodland beat Eastside 14-13, and another kind of shocker for us is Belmont beat Concordia 38-7. So back up to you guys.
All right, Nick Gray, thank you so much. Joe Warden, do you have some final numbers for us?
Yeah, Jose Lopez handed me the highlights here of the stats. Mon Clark, 142 yards on 15 carries. Sean, I know you can do the math, but I'm going to do it for you. That's 9.4 average. 2 rushing touchdowns. Blake Pachelny on the ground, 64 yards, 1 rushing touchdown through the air. Struggled tonight. Blake Pachelny struggled tonight, 3 of 12 for 41 yards. We'll have to get better in that category. New Haven, Jones had 79 yards rushing. Moore through the air, 9 of 21 for 105 yards. Woods, 4 catches, 74 yards. He was the leading receiver for New Haven. The Saints get out of here with a victory, and they're going to take Coach Ernie Beaudrab to his first sectional championship game appearance next week at Zollner Stadium, taking on a strong Leo Lions team.
Joe Wharton, thank you very much for the final check of the tail of the tape right there. Folks, that's going to do it for our broadcast tonight. Very special thanks to our chief sports engineer, Robert Score, keeping us on the air back at the station, working so hard this week during Share-a-thon and really doing yeoman's work back there at the station house. Back on the sidelines tonight, we had Mr. Mark Watts with Nick Gray. Up here in the booth on stats, we had Jose Lopez giving us the numbers, feeding us well all night long. My broadcast partner is Joe Wharton. I'm Sean McBride, wishing you all a good night. May God bless you, and we'll see you on the sidelines. You're listening to High School Football on Redeemer Radio, WRDF 106.3 FM.
In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit, amen. We give you thanks, O Lord, for the opportunity to have been together today. As we depart now, we ask